Hey, how you doing? It's Clayton here from howtodrawcomics.net and the How to Draw Comics Academy, and welcome to a very special studio session where not only are we broadcasting to the How to Draw Comics Academy, but we're also broadcasting to the How to Draw Comics network as a whole. So on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, on all the socials that we've got going on. So, before we continue, I've got a little bit of an echo going on. I'm just going to try to discover where that's coming from. Let me find out where that is. There we go. Beautiful. Got rid of that. We're off to a flying start here. And now I'll go back to my main window through the bazillion tabs that I've got open. All right, so yeah, here we are in a studio session. Now we do one of these in the How to Draw Comics Academy. Well, we try to get them done almost every week. We've had a little bit of a break, however, just due to me going through life, facing various situations head on and recovering from them. But I'm feeling back and better than ever. So to celebrate my return, I guess, we are doing it live here. So let me bring everybody in. Just to give you an overview, though, before we do that, these studio sessions are really just designed for the members of the How to Draw Comics Academy to basically set aside a time to draw, to work on their project, to just get it done. The reason that we came up with these studio sessions is because most of us artists, unless this is our full-time job, the main income for us, we've got to really make sure that each day, or at least once a week, we're able to have that time to work on our projects and just make some progress on them. And that can be really tough when there's a whole bunch of other things coming at us from every direction that you can think of, pulling us away from our work. But at least if you got the studio sessions in the How to Draw Comics Academy, that time is set aside for you. Also, to hang out with other like-minded individuals who we're going to introduce in here right now. We have Keith. What's up, Keith? Great to see you here.
How you doing, Clayton? Good to see you.
Not bad at all. We've got James. Hey, James, what's up, my friend?
Hey, Clayton. Good to see you.
And then we've got Matt. Hey, Matt,
Hey.
how you doing? And so Keith, Matt, and James, these guys are longtime members of the How to Draw Comics Academy. We might get a few more in here. Sometimes they pop in and out, but we're off to a pretty good start, actually, already. We've got the Three Musketeers, and I'm sure that they've been working on some really cool stuff. I mean, it has been a while since we've gotten to catch up, a few weeks now. So what have you all been working on? Big hello, by the way, to those joining us in the live chat. We've got Ali. How you doing, Ali? Yeah, I know. I look about 1,000 years old with a grey mustache. That's very true. I just thought, what could I do to look even older? And we've also got, Spam Thropochorus saying something in there. Yellow striped smile, popcorn, something like that. Anyway, great to see you guys here. So, Keith, we'll start with you. What have you been working on, my friend?
Oh yeah, let me just go ahead and share one of my monitors over here. Wait, no, not that one. So I've adjusted the placement of my monitors recently, so now I have to be much more selective about which of the screens I actually share.
No, that's okay.
Used to be very
all good.
Used to be very easy to share my screen, but now I have to be more careful about which one it is. But
Right.
just high-level overview of some stuff I've been working on recently. These are obviously the roughs of the project I've been working on in the background, the big project. And what I've been doing, I've been spending time, like a little bit of time every day, just going back and like redoing the roughs and paying more closer attention. I don't know if you can see from there, but to like
Mm-hmm.
having some more fun with the composition and seeing if I can make it just more visually interesting, just based on a lot of the feedback you've been giving me, and
Yeah.
trying to draw from a bunch of different sources of inspiration to make sure that it's not just a bunch of flat images. Trying to add
Mm-hmm.
some character to them, and
No, that's awesome. It's
every time I
amazing to see all of these together.
yeah, there's a lot of them. When I see all of them, there's a lot to go through, but every time I look at it, I see more ways I can kind of improve it
Mm-hmm.
and tweak it a little bit, and I'm trying to keep myself from just infinitely doing that.
Yeah, yeah. And this is your second comic, right? The gangster comic.
Yeah, the gangster comic.
Sweet. How you feeling about its progress so far?
I'm feeling about it. I'm feeling really good about its progress. I've also been doing a lot of writing in the background that's been like very helpful with as far as like keeping me invested in the project, because the more I write on it, the better the story ends up getting. And I'm like, okay, now I've actually got something to sink my teeth into here, and this is getting a
Yeah,
lot better. But
absolutely.
so that's been like, rough sketches and working on a lot of that. But what I also did was, I think you saw this in the classroom chat, was I put together this little page, a little
Mm-hmm.
one-off of um, some characters that don't really have names, but I just wanted to do a one-off, just practice with this composition, and I turned it into this full-fledged piece. So I'm very excited to hear the feedback that we end up getting off of this one, because here's something that's funny. I showed this to my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
my mom wants a full print of it.
Of
So I
course.
definitely need the feedback on it, because I need it to look good if I'm going to print it out and make it full size like a poster. And she's going to get her
Yeah,
hands
that's
on it.
awesome. It's definitely looking tighter, that's for sure. I'm
Mhm.
really feeling that Michael Turner influence come through. I'm a fan. And yeah, just to, it's really important to get faces looking good. And
Yeah,
I'm starting to see your style really come through in that way. I mean, a lot of the style that you're going to have as an artist, your artistic identity, is going to be held within the faces of your characters, and so yeah, I can see that starting to solidify there.
it's
But
definitely coming together. And there's a lot more to go, but it's been great seeing, like, over the past like year. There's been a lot of improvement, but it all comes from the practice. And what is it?
that's
I think
great.
I've made changes to this one since the last time you saw it, which is I changed her head a little bit. I think this
Yeah,
is
what'd you
different.
do with it?
I made it a little bit. I tilted her eye line a little bit further up, and I adjusted the hair a lot and reshadowed the hair, because in the original one, the forms and values weren't doing it for me.
Yep.
So I was looking at some resources on uh, the forms of the hair, and basically coloring with values before you start to add the color into the picture. And when I redid it, I was able to get it in a much more satisfying place at the end. But
That's so cool. Yeah, I love this. This is a beautiful cover you've got going on.
this is going to be fun. But what I'm just drawing over the course of tonight in the studio session, was I was working on this sketch, which I started like an hour ago,
Oh
and I
yeah.
figure it's in a good spot now. Like, I'm practicing a little bit more with the pencil, just going to finalize a little bit of that. I'll get to the inks probably a little bit later, and this is what I'm going to be just sort of doodling on in the background.
Great. Yeah, it's going along great, awesomely so far. You've got well, a full-blown character sketched out there in an hour, you said.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, you're a fast worker, aren't you?
Well, no,
That's awesome.
hang on a minute. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Hey, no, that's really good actually for an hour. So I'm looking forward to seeing where you're able to get it in the next 2 hours or so. By the way, big hello to John in the chat, also another member of the How to Draw Comics Academy. Awesome to see you, my friend. Hope that you're doing well. Alrighty, let's move on to James next. James, how are you doing? Now, I know
Yeah,
that you've been very focused on a particular topic
yeah.
lately within the art of comic book illustration. How's that all going?
It's going well, Clayton. Let's see. I joined the academy in November of 2023, So I've been at this a little while as a student at the academy, and this was when I joined. I basically was starting from scratch. Like I hadn't picked up a pencil in like 20 years. I hadn't really done anything, or in terms of drawing in literally decades. So
Yeah.
I kind of, it's something I did when I was younger, and I didn't pursue it. And then I decided to come back. And so what I did was, I've been in the academy, obviously the regimen of lessons, my own independent study, but now I'm at the point to where, okay, I've come to this realization that I don't want to just be somewhat knowledgeable, or I can kind of do something. I want to be great at every aspect that I need to do to be a comic book artist, to draw sequential art. So right now, my focus has been figure drawing, and that started off in early February. I know we had a discussion about it, and I started doing that. First, I was looking at different like reference packs online, whether it be Line of Action or pure ProRef or whatever, and just going through and just not really using a process. And then now I've started drilling down more, and I have a process. So of how I do something every time, how I draw a figure, and we're talking basic shapes, cylinders, not even really getting heavily into anatomy. And that was after I started doing that process. And now what I'm doing is I'm doing, I know that there's 30-second practice, but even 30 seconds for me is still too fast. So I'll do a 60-second practice, and just to see if I can get the full figure down, because I know I can't get a full figure in 30 seconds. So I do a minute, and then I switch and I do the 5-minute figure drawing practice, where I can, once I have the full figure laid in, I'll start working with some of the anatomy, start molding and adding the lumps of clay, and start molding out the shapes of the body, the various parts of the body, from the arms to the torso, and the pelvis. And there's a specific term for what the term is. What's the term for the torso and the pelvis? It's one piece, and what do we call that?
Oh, you mean like the chest and the pelvis, and then we got the trunk in the middle. And when you join them all together, you get the torso. Right. And then you got the arms and the legs coming off of that.
Right, but there's a more technical term for it. It's like it ends with an X or something. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, you've done practice with that too, and you've done some lessons on that. So, I think patience is the hardest thing to learn. Being patient with yourself, and you're not just gonna like jump on this and draw like Jim Lee or whomever. Just these guys have been drawing for decades, and it's you have to take your victories as they come and be patient with yourself. And that's what I've been doing, and I've been enjoying the process. So, do I have ideas for a book? Of course, I have several ideas. Have I written them down? Yes, I have them filed away. And when I'm ready, when the time is right, I will do it. But right now, I'm just enjoying the process of being a student in the academy, and you have to have small victories, and you have to be able to do things like, for people who aren't full-time professional artists, which I am not, you have to allot time in your schedule in your life, and you have to make the time and the commitment to do it. So I carve out maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day to sit down at my drawing table in my studio here and do the practice. And every day, like rain or shine, even sickness and health, right? I mean, I'm kind of going through a little something right now, but I'm here, and you just got to sit down and start, and let everything just kind of work itself out. But that's kind of what I'm doing. So nothing like I've got this cool concept. This is awesome, drawing that I've got. It's just me keeping the momentum, consistency. Sometimes imperfect consistency, but consistency nonetheless, right? So
you're on the funneled figure drawings, and they're not super riveting, and they look really basic, but as we've been discussing, they are they're what everything else hangs off of. If you've got a solid foundation for your drawing, then it's got a very good chance of actually turning out the way that you want. But if those foundations are flawed, then the rest of the drawing is probably not going to go well either. And I think that what you're describing there, James, is actually really relatable to a lot of people out there, and the drawing journey that they're on. Because, of course, the whole reason that we get into drawing comics is to draw really, really cool stuff. But that's not necessarily what you're going to need to learn first. It's not what you're going to be practicing. You're going to have to break it down step by step, and some of those steps aren't super exciting. You know, they're not the cool looking, muscle bound or sexy looking character that you thought that you were going to be drawing right off the bat, because the fundamentals are going to come into play, the fundamentals that actually allow you to pull that off in a believable and impactful visual way. So yeah, you're in that early stage at the moment. Even though you've been with us in the academy for a bit, you've jumped around a bit, and you've been trying to figure out, all right, where do I need to really focus my attention to make the greatest amount of progress here? It's like, what order am I supposed to do this stuff in? And so we've really taken a look at where you're at and broken it down. And so far with the figure drawings, how are you feeling about them? Are you seeing an improvement there? Like, are you feeling like you've got a bit more energy in those poses, and the proportions are sort of checking out a little more? Maybe we're getting some more dynamism happening within the figures, looking less stiff?
Yeah, and I think that's sort of what I'm looking forward to sort of exploring tonight is, because, I mean, we've had this discussion before, is like, if you can get a good figure, a good foundation, you can turn it into anything. It can become any character. It can become anything. And so you get that, if you can nail that and do something that's very dynamic and believable, and you've got foreshortening going and it looks really good, whether it be a male figure, female figure, whatever, what have you, the possibilities are endless. I think the excitement for me is knowing that once I master this and I'm exceptionally good at it, which is my goal, then everything else is the, it's like kind of the ornaments. It's the window dressing. It's the what I'm going to layer on top of this to finish this. So it's just, I'm excited about that, and I see like things that I'm doing, and even when I do like reference figure drawing, and it's like, because sometimes I'll have props, like there'll be say it's like a woman with like a, I don't know, a blanket wrapped around her or a cape or something. It's like, well, this could be Scarlet Witch. This could be anybody. It could be any female protagonist or antagonist character in a comic. Because it's got that energy. So just trying to build a good foundation for myself. You don't want to build a house on a poor foundation. And my house of drawing is been I've tried to build a shed, and then it's got blown over, and it's like, okay, Clayton's bringing in the concrete trucks. We're gonna make get the steel rebar in here.
That's exactly it.
That's
a great way to look at it.
Yeah. So I'm happy about it. I'm in no rush. I want to make sure when I'm ready, and it will come. But I'm on a regiment. It's like a gym. It's like going to the gym and having a trainer, and okay, well, you may have a goal that you want to achieve. You may want to get this kind of body. You may want to lose this amount of weight. But there are requirements for you to do that, and this is what you need to do. And that's what's great about the academy, and like your feedback is it allows me to kind of focus and channel that feedback and critique, so I can focus on because you have an eye that I have not developed, and I don't have, and I may not develop as keen of an eye as yours. But that's the thing, because you've been around so long, because you're a professional artist, you can see things that someone who's a beginner like myself can't. So it's been really insightful working with you to just find that out and kind of ferret out those blind spots that I've had. So it's been very good, and I'm happy with where I'm going. By the end of this year, I hope to be become proficient at figure drawing and be good at it, and that's my goal this year. Like, that might sound crazy to people listening to that. It's like, that's all you want to do? You just want to be good at figure drawing? That's it? Yeah, I do. And I want to be able to draw figures in any environment, from any perspective, from a bird's eye view, from a worm's eye view, from an eye level view, from a strange camera angle view, whatever. Because if you can have that command and that agency over what your illustration is, then you can draw anything in a panel, any people in a panel doing anything.
Absolutely.
It's like we're like little G. It's the little G God creator thing. You know, it's like you're making your own universe, your own little universe, in your own comic book. But
that's exactly
you gotta have the skills to do it. So that's where I'm at. In short, I went on for a while, but that's kind of my perspective.
No, that's all right. That's a good update as to where you're at in your journey, James. And I think that you had some really great insights there that we can all take away from. I think especially in regards to just setting your expectations right, I do feel like a lot of artists who are coming in and trying to get good at drawing comics, there's this invisible pressure to get it done as fast as possible, to learn it as quickly as you possibly can. But the thing is that it is a slow process, and the reality of it is that you're probably going to be spending years actually honing your craft, and that's okay. Like, we've actually got more time than most of us realize. Now, that's not to mean to become complacent and not to think about strategically how you're going to approach the learning process. You know, I think that being part of the academy obviously does give you a little bit of an edge over somebody who's just sort of stumbling around in the dark trying to figure it out for themselves. As you said, you've got that feedback there that you're getting, and not just from me, but also the other academy members as well.
That's right, yeah.
Cool. We've got Rex as well joining us. What's up, Rex? Great to see you here.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Rex.
So yeah, I think that you're definitely on the right track, James, and you're doing good. Stick in there with the figure drawings, and you're going to be A-okay. It's just a matter of not going too insane with just the figure drawings is all. But it is important to pinpoint your focus and make sure that that's where your head is at as far as the learning is concerned. And then that way you're not trying to take everything in all at once. You're optimizing the learning process that way. Keith, I just put you on mute a little bit there because we were getting some feedback through your microphone. So if you've got a pair of headphones or earphones, that'll help. If not, you could try turning down your speakers there. But it's not too bad. I just thought I'd let you know, in case you were wondering why you were sitting on mute. Awesome. Welcome, Ben and Unintelligent Design. Great to see you here. That'd be Liam, I think.
Yeah, Liam Brand.
All right. So next up, we're going to move through here and take a look at what Matt's been working on. And then we'll get to you, Rex. Don't worry. All right.
What's going on?
Hey, Matt, how are you doing?
All right.
What are you working on tonight?
I'm just kind of warming up my hand, doing some random figures.
Awesome.
Once I get warmed up, I'll go back to this inking one that I was working on previously.
Oh, beautiful. She's coming along great.
Yeah, I think that one's coming out pretty good. If I'm feeling ambitious, which I don't know, it's been a long day, I'll continue working on this sequence that I've been slowly chipping away at.
Yeah, for sure. That's
see.
cool as.
We'll see where the night takes me.
Yeah, I think I remember this sequence from the last time we caught up.
I think so. I was sick for a little while, so I kind of put it off, but I'm coming back into it.
Nice one. Yeah, it's looking good. And, those figures that you were just warming up with before, that's exactly where James is at right now.
Oh, yeah, this one here.
Yeah, you've been through a little bit of a journey yourself since you joined the academy. You've been there since the start, actually. So how are you feeling about your art these days? Do you feel like you've made some progress with it?
Absolutely. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
just perspective was a number one thing, because most of my work previously was very flat, and that was
Yeah.
one of the first things that I worked on. Even in one of the, I think it was one of the first feedback sessions, was a Batman that was standing on a ledge, and
Yeah, I remember that one.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that
that was
one,
cool.
it's come a long way. Even just my overall skills, proportions, I can knock out pretty quick. I mean, what you're seeing on the screen now, that took me like, I don't know, 30 seconds or something like that. So it's rough, but
That's pretty good for 30 seconds, actually. Yeah.
yeah. So, but it's more training the eye to recognize correct proportions, recognize where certain anatomy landmarks are supposed to go. I'm obviously not doing a full, muscle here, but you can see basically where things should line up.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
and then once you get into the finer stuff, like with the rendering, I haven't really done much rendering with this yet. This is all just kind of the base line art. So I'll go over it once with the lines, and then I'll come back and hit it with some rendering or some like I'll add more line weight to it, things like that.
Get the details incorporated in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think last time we were talking about balancing some of that rendering out and just using it in the areas where it's going to be most impactful.
I have a tendency to go heavy if I don't pay attention. So I can kind of get caught up in the weeds, so to speak.
Oh, totally, yeah. I mean, rendering is just one of those things that is very easy to get super immersed in, and before you know it, everything's rendered to the hilt.
I think it was that Tomb Raider one we were talking about last time, where the rendering was a little bit too much, where some of the lines were... They took away from the femininity of it a little bit. I had to scale it back.
Yeah, it's amazing how much more less can be, right?
Yes.
Like just what a difference it can make. But yeah, this Emma Frost is looking gorgeous. You know what I would just recommend dropping her chest area down a tiny bit. But other than that, the rest is looking very nice. Oh, you could raise her hips a bit at the back there.
Yeah.
But no, she's close. She's looking really good.
Right.
And a great pose for her too. Yeah.
Nice.
I know this isn't a critique session or anything, but I just thought I'd mention it, because you're in the inking stage, and that's really when you want to be solidifying everything. And how long has this taken you, Matt?
This one I started a couple weeks ago, and then I got a little bit sidetracked, so now I'm coming back into it, seeing where I left off. And just as you were pointing out those little things, I was also seeing those little things. So I'm coming at it with a fresh set of eyes.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why it's great to take a break sometimes, just to refresh your perspective on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. All right. And Rex, how are you doing? What have you been working on?
Landscapes. It's not been fun. It's been hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been really focused on those landscapes for a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, because I suck at them. So.
Yeah.
I'm working on it though.
That's good.
What the heck?
Yeah, this looks amazing. What are you working on here?
Daydream's like dream world. Whenever he goes and walks into it and that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's not really. It's linked to the outside world, but not in totality.
Yeah, you've got a very, concept arty approach, I feel like, to some of your layouts.
Possibly because I got no idea what I'm doing.
No, well, I mean,
Hang on, I'm on doing stuff, Scott. Can it wait?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it might be. It might even be that just your, some of the previous learning you've been through, and the the sort of approaches that you learned in those early stages of your drawing process? You come from a concept art background, right?
No, I don't come from a comic.
Don't you? Right.
I think better in abstract.
I see.
It's kind of like I like the shapes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I want to do something, I just like the shapes. I can't really do sketching line work. I generally have to do shades. So this is what helps.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I did.
Is that how you start out everything? Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome too.
Most everything. Sometimes I just do a little. It depends on whether or not I'm how many references I've got.
Mm-hmm.
But I like hitting it with block color more.
Yeah,
And then I've got
awesome.
this one. So that's the cathedral where Daydream gets his ass kicked by the beast in that, the other one I showed you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he goes.
Yep. Sweet as. So this is your comic that you're putting together. You've been working on it for a little while now.
Yeah, it's just the landscapes.
The landscapes.
The landscapes are so hard.
You know, I don't know that you've got too much to worry about there. This is a pretty cool looking landscape.
But it's got to have like the essence of the area, and what it and you've got to have that as well, because I haven't done any of that. I didn't think about what the style of the buildings are going to look like. I vaguely knew what the cathedral was going to look like, but it's changing because I realized that my skill level's not good enough for me to draw what's in my head, so I'm kind of having to really struggle through it. Yeah.
Yeah, and have you got references there for the sort of architecture that you want to go with?
No. I mean, it's because the architecture I picked is really difficult. So I do have cathedral architecture, but I don't have building architecture.
Yeah. And you know what? I think that you can't expect yourself to actually just draw that off the top of your head either. So you should.
I don't know. I live in the world. I see buildings every day.
You do, but your mind isn't going to store information at that resolution of detail. And that's why every artist needs references, especially the professional ones. Like, you'll hear them say... I was recently watching a video of an artist, or maybe it was a post that they made, and they work in the entertainment industry, and they're like, the sign of a professional artist is they're going to have a bunch of references there that they're working from. For that reason, because if you're drawing something that has a specific architecture and it needs to have a specific vibe, you've got to have those elements in there that are going to capture it. So I definitely recommend, Rex, try finding some references to help inspire the details that you're going to fill this world with. Otherwise, you're making your job way harder than it needs to be. And I know you like a challenge, but...
The problem is that whenever I look up architecture, I get AI.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's really frustrating me because I just
annoying.
want the different types of architecture that I can use. And the only ones that seem to be not AI are cathedrals, because they look better than anything AI could ever create. But I need...
Totally.
I can't remember when the year was. I think it was around the 1960s.
No, there is a convenient way to get around that when you're searching on search engines. Just there's a modifier you can put into a search engine for pre-2023.
Pre-2023.
Where then all of your image searches will be from before 2023. So that's before the AI boom.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Oh, timeline of prominent architectural styles. Yeah, I need it around because I've got to also add magic to it and supernatural aspects as well. So it's I didn't realize how much of how important it was that I've actually got to do research on this and actually because I don't want to overwhelm it. It's like 1960s. I think 1960s. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. If you're going for a specific era, especially Rex, grab as many references as you can, and just pack them into a pure ref canvas.
Yeah.
You've got pure ref, right?
I do. Yeah, I've mainly got icy landscapes, because
Cool.
I do understand, because I think Detroit is really nice in winter.
Oh yeah,
And
nice
I think it's
one.
kind of what I'm aiming for, style-wise, like that snowy city.
For sure,
We'll see.
for sure.
But it does need to have, again, supernatural and magical aspects. So it's the problem is that the base needs to be around 1960s architecture. But then I haven't bothered to look that up, so I'm doing
Yeah.
everything the wrong way around,
Yeah.
as
And
per usual.
How come you haven't looked it up yet? Just because you want to give yourself a challenge? You want to see if you can come up with it out of your head?
No, because I didn't understand its importance, essentially.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I draw
Yeah.
a person, I'm going to be like, I kind of think, oh, I know what the type of aesthetic I want to search for.
For sure.
But on this case, no.
Yeah.
It's just, I didn't think of it. I know this wasn't, what am I looking
I mean, I will say that obviously this is looking amazing as it's coming along here. So, you know, when you're looking, once you get to the stage where you're looking to add those details in, that's really when the references start to become more of a useful tool. You know, they play more of a role because
I just looked up 1960s architecture and it looks like a Bond villain film.
yeah, there you go.
I
Yeah.
didn't want Bond.
So is it like you're not sometimes not sure what to look up as well to find some of the
Yeah, they
references
don't
you're after?
have. I mean, I don't want pop art deco shit. It's just I want.
No, yeah.
I mean, 1960s was post-war. Maybe I need to go further back. Maybe I need to go 1940s.
I love the disdain
Yeah.
you're just throwing at different eras of architecture, just completely undeserved. Like it's like, oh
I'm
god,
sorry,
Art
it was
Deco.
unjustified.
What's wrong with Art Deco? You don't like Art
remember
Deco?
remember that comic, The Marquee, I showed you too. There's a lot of
I've never liked it. I've never actually liked Art Deco when it's actually been used in like
Interesting.
homes. I like the art, like I don't mind that, but I've never liked it in homes because it
In
looks a
home.
bit. There's something off about it. It's really hard to explain because I love the TV series Poirot, and he ends up going from really like he ends up going towards Art Deco, and it's really upsetting to look at it in an environment, and I don't know how to explain it better than that.
It's cool. I don't even think I know what Art Deco is actually.
It's like dwarfish looking,
it's-
whereas what's the other one? There's Art Deco and there's Art Nouveau, looks more elvish.
Very roaring
yeah.
twenties
Gotcha.
type of architecture. Lots of
Like, well,
sharp angles and reflective surfaces and very hard geometric shapes.
yeah. I mean, that looks cool. Looks pretty amazing.
You know
Yeah.
what? 1940s.
If
Oh
you
no,
think
that's
of,
AI again.
If you think of Batman, the animated series, very
That's
Art
what I was
Deco.
just gonna say.
That's what I'm trying to model it kind of afterwards. That kind of like gritty sort of like style, but it's got character to
Yeah.
it. But it's less Art Deco. I didn't think it was Art Deco.
Batman,
The animated series, it's very Art Deco.
Do you know I just went on Shutterstock, and I
Yeah.
put in City 1940, and it's all AI.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's oh shit.
Damn.
So yeah,
Well,
Gotta find
the
my
reference
copy.
is coming out. Here we go.
do you know what? Maybe old movies. Old movies had tons
Yeah, there
of
you
really,
go.
really good footage. What do you got?
this is Batman's Second Night. So it's like
Yeah.
a black. I think it's 3 books. I got the third one. Actually, I have the others too, just not in the same place. But this is like Batman, like in the 40s, like
Oh,
during
yeah.
World War II. It's the
Cool.
old school looking Batman.
Sorry, could I please have the name of that again? Batman.
Yeah.
What?
The Batman Second Night.
That's cool. That.
Second Night or
Second
Armor
Night.
Night? Night
Like
or
night,
Day Night?
night.
Night,
So the round
K.
table. KNIT.
Night with a K.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Dan Jurgens. Yeah.
Oh, that looks nice. No, I can see where it's 1940s.
Trying to see if there's like some Art Deco in here. There is,
Yeah.
and it's see, like when you see these lines on the inside here, that's Art
Oh, yeah.
Deco.
Yeah.
Where they do the lines like that.
Yeah, I think they were starting to do stuff that was very uniform and rigid, and I I think that's what they were doing with Art Deco. Can't remember.
See, like the clothing people are wearing. It's all that period.
Yeah,
Excellent. Thank you so much for showing me that.
that's cool.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So that's sort of what you're after, Rex?
The grittiness of it, yes, and the clothing. It's just, again, I'm going to need to get real life stuff of it. It's just been a pain in the ass to find.
Yeah,
Because again,
for
it's
sure.
we're just getting flooded with AI, and normally I don't really get hit with that much AI, but it's been ridiculous lately. But I don't know why.
Yeah,
Because it's not making money. So, okay.
Like inside the Empire State Building in New York City, that's like Art Deco. Like a lot of the trim inside the interiors and everything.
Yep.
Yeah,
the
again,
Empire State
it's
Building,
too
classic Art
dwarfish.
Deco.
It's much too dwarfish. I like it more organic, and because I'm going to be using supernatural-esque stuff, it's going to need to look organic, and because I'm also using Eldritch, it's going to have to look unnatural.
You should watch the movie The Rocketeer. The Rocketeer is a
Yes.
very
The Rocketeer.
Art
yeah.
Art Deco, art-inspired movie.
No, I like. Oh no, I love him.
Yeah.
Yes, no, I know him. Yeah. The helmet's fantastic.
Yeah,
That
the whole
helmet's the most
design
beautiful
is-
piece of art
Yeah,
deco thing you've ever
yeah.
seen.
So Comic Book Bob says that Hitchcock movies are especially good for lighting shots, and 50s detective movies too.
Film grad.
And Art
I'll look at
is Future says Shot Desk is a good site as well for references, I'm assuming.
Oh, sorry, I missed
and-
that. What was that?
So Art is Future says
Future.
that Shot Desk is a good site to check out, which I've never heard of before.
Neither of Shot
And,
Deck.
the
The
Shot
world's
Deck.
leading cinematic and image
Shot
library.
Desk. Yeah.
No, Shot Deck.
Oh, is it Shot Deck?
Yeah, I was going to see.
Cool. Awesome.
You know, I think also the Phantom, the movie The Phantom from the '90s. There's some Art Deco in there too. Like
Oh yeah, a little bit
when it comes to New York City and everything. Yeah, there's
for
some of
sure. And yeah, Ali, this is Rex. She's a member of the How to Draw Comics Academy. Been there for a while now, actually. Like since the beginning. In fact, all of you have, which is really cool. Okay.
Yeah, we're addicted now. You can't get rid of
Yeah.
us.
that. It's an
Yeah,
obsession.
it's awesome to
Yes.
hear.
Oh, the man who knew too much.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah.
Well before AI. It is unfortunate that AI has sort of flooded every image search engine.
I don't understand why it's on Shutterstock. Shutterstock. I thought people had to pay for that. I thought it was going to be premium images, but it turns out it's just AI slop.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, some of it can be like inspirational, but it's not going to be able to capture those details that you're looking for, and sometimes the believability as well. So, not to mention it does get in the way a little bit of what you're looking for, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. And it's not. It just doesn't look right. It just
Yeah.
looks off. It's unfortunate.
That's
No, that wasn't many. Film
great.
grab's pretty shit. I might
Yeah.
have to go. I might have to go on something else. There's another one that does better screenshots and they go for longer. I just can't remember what the name of the thing was.
yeah, for sure. All right. Ali's drawing along. That's great to hear. And she's
Hi, Ali.
wondering.
Oh, sorry,
she's
I forgot to say
wondering-
hi.
Yeah, she's wondering where to find your Instagram, I guess.
Just at Rex Mogi.
Yeah.
I'll follow back. So. Okay, Shot Deck looks good, but it looks like it's a paid one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, no credit card required, though, so we'll see.
Yeah. At Rex Mogi. That'd be REXMOGEE, I believe.
Yep.
And Comic Book Bob says Film Grab is a good free alternative to Shot Deck. Sweet. So it's awesome. Thanks so much, chat, for all the awesome suggestions. By the way, I've got to add these to like the resources section of the Academy because there is a lot of good ones out there. In fact, if anyone's looking for a good figure drawing app that allows you to be able to draw figures for, every 30 seconds, every minute, there's a new one that cycles through. Proco, as it turns out, has an amazing figure drawing exercise app right there on the website. You can use it for free. You can load up different image reference packs, which is really useful. We were doing it just the other day, I think we were doing it for one of the classes in the How to Draw Comics Academy.
For your class, that's right. It's great. I love it. I'm using it. I'm using it.
I hope you enjoyed it and it wasn't too boring, that class.
No, it's great.
Yeah,
it's one of the best classes. Really good.
Oh, sweet as. All right. Well, let me show you all what I've been working on because this has got a cool little story behind it. Sort of. I'm proud of it. It was
okay, so
special.
just so you guys know, just so you guys know, movie screen caps is better. It's got more pictures.
Movie screen caps?
Yeah,
cool.
It's better. It's actually got consecutive screenshots, so they're taken every like 10 seconds or something. They're like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. She's pretty.
Yeah.
Wow.
You finally put an ass on her.
Well, that's like, might be a bit deceiving because that's like a tail. Yeah, there's a tail
it's still
there
given
too.
some. It's still given some like mass.
But yeah, she's got some shape around the hips.
I
A
love
nice
her. She's
hourglass
beautiful.
figure. Yeah, well, do you know what's special about her is that it only took like maybe an hour and a half to draw her, and she's the first drawing I've done where I was just enjoying the process, just having fun with it, going with the flow. Unrelated to any like lessons or academic drawing. It was really refreshing, and I really did her up just to warm back up for the Academy since it had been a little while between now and our last lesson. So yeah, it was great to just do an illustration for once, and it made me realize I overthink a lot of things, and I hate it when I'm drawing because I have to draw for some reason, whether it be for a commission or even a project that I've decided to tackle. Say that I'm working on a new comic book, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's get the first page done and this whatever aspect of the book that I want to work on. When it's official, all of a sudden I start second guessing myself and not having as much fun, right? So, yeah, but anyway, she turned out well, and I thought maybe I'll chip away at another one throughout this session, just for fun.
She looks amazing. Can I have her? Because
Yeah,
I want to shade. I want to draw her because she's beautiful.
I will. I'll upload her later to the. Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'll do it later.
Just you showing off just a little bit there, Clayton.
I know. No, I wanted to show off. I did. I mean, that's the whole point.
I really like it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Just so everybody knows, I'm not like just a backseat driver here. I know how to walk the talk still. All right. Well, let's get James up here. We didn't see what you were working on today, James. So what's this dude? This looks like I recognize him.
Yeah, it's Weapon X, a Wolverine. So
Nice.
I just
Sweet
started. Let's see, this layer here. So I just started with this figure, and just kind of did this pose out of my head. There's also just one that's similar, to Barry Windsor Smith, but I thought, let me just, let me bring the claws forward, bring one fist forward, and bring one fist back. Let me
Putting those figure drawing skills to the test.
Exactly. Yeah. So just messing around a little bit, and I have all these excess layers here. I mean, I guess I could go through and show you some of the other things I've done. You know,
Yeah, sure,
one of
for
the
sure.
longer studies that I did. One of those 5-minute ones. Here's another 5-minute one.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
See, now that one's good.
oh wait, this one right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, the last one before the...
This one.
Yeah, this one here. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. You know, it's alive. You know,
Some
this is
good flow happening.
you can tell it's a real person standing. You know.
Yeah, you can.
And these are the 1-minute ones that I did, so you can see where. Okay, sometimes I had to just abandon it. Either I ran out of space or
1 minute. That's solid.
yeah.
That's very good for 1 minute.
And I'm kind of And then here's another 1 minute.
Yeah, awesome.
Just kind of knowing where to spend your time and so forth and so on. And when I first started, this was like I was doing 30-second ones, and this was you could see how much you lose, like in 30 seconds makes a difference when you're doing these, you know, 1 minute figure studies. So I feel more comfortable. I feel more confident doing these. At least I can get most of it in.
For sure.
I don't know if I get a little bit faster. Maybe I can. I wish there was like a 45-second option. Maybe I could get that. But
There might be. Are you doing it on Proco? I think you can
Yeah.
put a custom time in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll play with that. Maybe I can ease back to like, or progress to 30 seconds to see where I can get.
Yeah.
I think what I noticed on your lesson, Clayton, was you see how I have sort of my lines here, center lines, some of the contour lines and everything. I noticed you didn't necessarily do that for your 30 seconds.
Oh, didn't I? Yeah.
I
Oh
think
man, it was such a rush. I'm not sure what I did.
what you did was you captured the silhouettes. Like your silhouettes were, you got the outer lines of the figures. And when you had time, you went back and you maybe added a little bit in. But then obviously when you got to the 5-minute practice, it's much more fleshed out. You can start putting anatomy out, and even for and even at 5 minutes, you can kind of see where it's going, what the shapes.
For sure.
So
yeah, very structured.
Yeah.
At 5 minutes, whereas the 30 seconds to a minute, it's going to be a total rush. But as I said, what you're really trying to capture there, it's important to understand what each time limit is really about. And I think that when you're talking 5 minutes and beyond, that's very much, hey, I'm constructing a foundation here for a character, and you're really putting the time into it. For the 30 seconds to 1 minute figure drawing exercises, that's going to be, all right, I'm looking to capture movement and gesture first and foremost. So, and both of them obviously have their perks. Both of them are important.
But this is something that I try to do every day now. And it's just part of a routine. I know I will do it every day. And it's just something, okay, now it's my practice. I'm sitting down, I'm going to do this. And so it's just strange, like where I started and where I'll tell you this, like I felt like when I started the 1 minute practice, I thought, I feel uncomfortable with this because I couldn't get the full, like I couldn't build out the way I normally would. I couldn't build out my figure in the process. Okay, I'm gonna start with the head. But what I have found though is that my process is the same, even in the shorter 1 minute practice. And eventually, if I get to the 30-second practice, it will still be the same. I'll still start with the same process or workflow to get that figure on the page within the time.
Absolutely.
Constraint that I have.
It's definitely going to feel uncomfortable in the beginning. And hopefully what you've found over the last few weeks is that it's feeling a little less uncomfortable and that there's less intimidation there. That it's just another figure. And that seems like it's devaluing the figures that you're drawing. But in a sense, it's a good thing to have that mindset because it means that you're not going to be too committed early on to one pathway to success when it comes to your drawing. These figures, they're supposed to be, I like to think of them as literal test dummies for your drawing. They're just there to try things out. They're not supposed to be permanent fixtures necessarily. You can move their arms and legs around. You can twist their bodies into whatever you need them to be. So having a sense of, I guess you could say, expendability with these figures is definitely a good thing and the sort of headspace you want to be in with them.
Right.
And then, you know, once you pick one and you've captured a great looking pose and you want to take it further, then of course you can commit a little more to it, kind of like what you're doing here.
Yeah. And I know this is pretty basic. This is a straight on sort of thing. You know, it's interesting. I was working with that lower trunk, the pelvis and the legs, and trying to think about how I could turn this. And now that I'm looking at it, like, I could see some things that I could change maybe. And in the past, I'd be afraid to do it. Like, I feel like what I've got here, I'm playing it kind of safe. Like, I'm playing it safe. But what would happen if I twisted those hips a little bit more? What if I kicked that left leg back?
Yeah, totally. That's good.
Could be really different, you know. So rather than get too heavy like into that, I'll probably go back to this and play with it some more. You know?
Definitely do that. And you know what? I'd even suggest bringing the, you know, you got that fist coming right toward the camera. Take a look at the opposite leg and maybe see if you can pull that knee toward us more. And I think you'll find that it creates a nice amount of
this leg right here,
movement within the character. Yeah.
The left leg. Yeah.
Yeah. Try it out. See if you can pull it forward some more and foreshorten it.
Yeah. You can even twist. Yeah. You can even twist the hips that way to pull this.
Yeah.
This way.
Yeah,
so
for
it's
sure.
More like here. Yeah.
For sure. And then have that other leg going back.
Yeah,
so
you know, I was
really
doing
looks
that.
Like you're stepping forward.
That's what I went for, and then I thought, nah, because like you know when you do foreshortening, it's like I don't see any of the hind leg or the lower leg. I barely see any of it. It's like and I think just being comfortable with, okay, just let's just play with it. Let's just let it ride.
Totally.
You know, so
and you have to because there's different degrees of foreshortening. It's not all going to be the same. You might see let's say a Jim Lee drawing. I often think of his work. And sometimes, he'll have a leg on a character going all the way back, and it'll just be the upper leg that you can see with a little foot sticking out from underneath it. But that's just one example of a foreshortened leg. There's so many degrees of movement in between that you could capture.
See, I'm kind of doing it here. I'm kind of playing with that, right? But you still see a little bit of this lower leg here, and then the foot. But I'm comfortable. Like in the past, I would have been. Oh no! I gotta.
Great to see you, Lars. By the way.
But now I'm more open to experimentation and seeing where it can go and try to get the best pose I can get. You know.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Can't be afraid to hit the erase. You know, and just.
No, exactly. That's what you're learning. Lars is heading off soon. Man, that's totally okay. I get that. We're up a little bit late drawing, and we've got the lucky Nico in the house. Good to see you here, my friend. And Ali's giving you some compliments on your work, Rex. So there you go. Yeah, Rex is great with the work that she does.
She is, yeah.
And Paulus Arts, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you here in the chat as well. All right, I am going to do a little bit of drawing, and then we'll switch back to you guys to see how you're progressing. Because I'll admit it, I'm stalling right now. I always am, you know, at the beginning, before I've drawn anything, because I don't know what I'm going to draw. And it might not be great. I don't know. But we'll keep it simple. I thought maybe just a bunch of little things I could draw, like some heads and faces and whatnot. But let's just see where it goes.
Clayton, I was just going to ask a question while you're drawing, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm wondering whether or not I need to draw a map of where everything is, because I just realized
like
there's going to be
story?
places that there's going to be places outside of like the town or the city.
Mm-hmm.
Not many, because they're kind of like in a bubble, but
yeah. Oh, for sure, you could. Definitely, that's a thing.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a fun thing too. building out your world and getting a feel for the lay of the land, so to speak. It can
Well, I
just
knew
keep
about
everything.
world building. I
Yeah.
knew about world building, so that was kind of like, but I didn't think to put it to comics for
Yeah,
some reason.
you can definitely do that. And the
But
other
I've never,
thing,
but who does it? I've never heard of it.
You know who
I
does
searched
that well?
Disco.
You know who actually does that well? Liam Gray.
Liam who?
oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's like for his Dino King comic. Like he built out. There's like a map and a whole world and everything.
No.
And he's got all the lore and everything.
Sorry, what's his last name? Liam what?
Liam Gray, Gray. Yeah.
Great,
So
great. Okay, thank you.
yeah, so he does that, Clayton. He does that for his work.
Comics.
That's great.
Builds out his world, and it's kind of cool. He has sort of like he does like manga comics, So it's manga style.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Well, yeah. That does bring up a good point, though. I see a lot better designs and architectural sort of like complexity from manga more so than comics.
Oh yeah, for sure. They really put the effort in.
I mean, I think the one that I remember the most is Naruto, and he's just standing above the Leaf Village, and you see everything. But then then you notice. I don't think it conflicts with anything that actually happened in the comic, like where everything is.
Mm-hmm.
So he would have had to have done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
No, for sure.
More
And of course, Rini with her story. Darn it, it's on the tip of my mind. Fiendish, yeah. She did some pretty cool. I know she put a lot of work into the world building of that, and often talks about it.
What's the Fiendish thing?
So it's a comic book.
Comic.
Called
I was
Fiendish.
looking up manga. That's why.
By Rini. I'm not sure what her last name is actually. But the cool thing about it is that if you do up a little bit of a map, you can use that in the actual comic, and the fans will get all excited about it.
Okay, cool. Because when I was doing it, I knew vaguely how separate things needed to be, but I don't live in a city, so, and I only visited Brisbane, so I'm not really.
Oh yeah, you live in the country.
I live more rural, yeah. Rural.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, I'd definitely take that over the suburbs, which is where I'm at and have been for a while.
Yeah, you got no chance. None.
What?
I think I'd go mad. Me living in suburbia.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's not too bad. I've actually been.
It's terrible. It's terrible, Clayton.
It can be. It can be. Oh, look, we got Will in the house. What's up, Will? Great to see you.
What
here.
is happening?
Hey, Will, what's up?
What's up, Will?
How's your esophagus, Clay?
Yeah, it's much better. It's doing
Yeah?
much better. Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't know if you noticed, my voice is like slightly like deeper and smoother.
Oh, you had them thicken the
All
vocal
healed
cords
up.
while they were in there?
Yeah, I was like, can you guys, do some modifying here just to
Help me
help
out.
me pull in the audience a little more?
He wants to
Yes,
sound
man.
like Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a legitimate thing.
For sure. No, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good, and
Good, man. That's
I'm
excellent.
very happy about that. Yeah, it's good to be back in action for the most part. You know what the worst part is that actually for a few weeks there I was just really fatigued, and I did not account for that at all. I thought maybe some pain and stuff, but no, it was just apparently recovering takes up energy, even if you're just sitting at a computer. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
You did have major surgery, Clayton.
well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to overblow it. I mean, you guys are really the only ones who know as far as the How to Draw Comics audience is concerned. But for those watching, it was nothing too hardcore. I mean, they only rejigged a few things around because I had chronic heartburn. Okay, It's something everybody, well, a lot of people can relate with, except mine was
Clayton.
really, really bad.
Clayton, you have a
Yeah.
golden opportunity to make it about crocodiles.
Crocodiles?
Yeah, a
What?
croc took your leg. A croc took your leg. Come on. They only
Oh.
see from the waist up. They wouldn't know.
Oh my goodness.
Could say it was a
I don't
drop
want to
bear.
scare everybody. Oh, you know what? I freaked out this morning. So I've been going on walks, right? I thought I'm going to get fit. And because I'm like an insane person, I decided that I was going to start. Well, I started out with like an hour walk. And now somehow that's become like a 3-hour walk at 5:30 in the morning.
Damn.
And this morning, so here right now it's dark at 5:30 in the morning, and so it's a little bit spooky. It's a little bit spooky. And anyway, I'm walking along the footpath this morning, and I hear this growl, and I'm like, oh no, there's like a stray dog loose. I'm gonna have to either run really fast or fight some savage dog. So I'm a bit like freaking out. And I can't see a dog, right? I'm like looking around, like where is this thing? I can hear it growling, and it's getting louder the more I walk. And I realize it's coming from a tree that's like on the footpath, and it sounds savage. Like I can't even begin to explain how scary this creature sounds. You know, the drop bears remind me of this creature. But I was like, screw that. I'm not gonna walk under that tree. This thing's gonna like fall down on top of me and start ripping me apart. And then, so I walk around it and I keep on going down the road, and I start thinking to myself, you know, have you ever had like an argument with somebody? Someone says something mean to you, and you think about it later on, you're like, man, I should have said this, or I should have done that.
Yeah.
Well, I started feeling that way about the creature. I'm like, man, I should have out-alphaed the creature and just,
Oh man.
you know, I should have started growling back and showed it who's boss. Own that tree. But no, I didn't. I got scared and went around.
It could have been an ossuary, Clayton. Who knows?
What was that?
Could have been, what is it, an ossuary? You never know what those big
Yeah.
Cassowary.
Do you mean the
ossuary,
cassowary? Yeah.
cassowary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, an ostrich. Wrong one.
Well, you
I
know
mean-
what they say. It's if it's brown, lie down. If it's black, fight back. If it's white, good night.
Fortunately, we don't have any of the bears in our country.
You don't have any of them? I think
No,
at
we
least
don't.
it's
We haven't got a
some.
single bear. And England killed all theirs. We could have
We
had
only have-
bears.
We have koala
Could have had
bears.
No, but we could have had bears. Because remember how they brought over the foxes and the cane toads and what else? Rabbits.
That's
I
true.
know.
We could have had bears. If they still had bears in England, we could have had bears. They would have brought them over.
Interestingly enough,
Missed
I know the
opportunity.
worst. I know the worst joke in the world. Would you like to hear it?
I'd love to hear
Yeah.
it.
Why aren't koalas considered a bear?
Because they're marsupials.
Because they don't have the qualifications.
Ah.
Please.
I see. Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
Brutal.
That was cringe.
But you have that. You have that in your back pockets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's like a cute joke.
Very cute joke.
Gets a chuckle.
Clay, what do you
Um,
think about Zipatone?
Yeah. Zipatone?
Does it kind of
look-
work?
I think if it's used right, it can really work.
I'm trying it out. Instead of using gray tone, I'm using Zipatones.
What's a zipper tone?
Dots, little dots.
Oh, it's zipper. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I would keep playing around with it. Right now, I'll advise against it for. I'll give you a reason.
Go ahead.
Just because it's like it's an additional version of rendering, right? Like a different way of shading. And you've already established a style for your shading. You can see the hatching on these characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I
rid
would
of this
probably recommend sticking with that.
Try to figure out a good hatching because I'm like,
Yeah, you know, not everything has to be hatched. You can have open areas.
yeah.
Do you have influences like favorite? Who's your favorite comic book artist?
Me?
No, come on. Who?
No.
Who other than you?
Shoot, man.
Like Todd
There's
McFarlane
plenty
fan?
of people I like, but I don't know if there's any that I would be like, oh, I want to draw just like them. You know,
Yeah, and
like
it's
I
not.
like Mobius is great for the simplicity of it. You know, I know that my storyline has a lot of Berserk reference, so I guess
Yeah.
Kentaro Miura. You know, I can look to him
yeah.
for some advice on how, you know, just sort of look how he did his panels, maybe see how he handled some of the shading bits.
Berserk's good.
What do you think, though, as far as, so this is the original page, right? Where it was all happening inside the bar. And then people convinced me to kind of mess with the angle. So then I was going to do this, right? So this was the new page.
Wait, did you redraw that?
Yeah.
Wait, go back to the other one?
So this was the original, right?
That's the original. Yeah.
That I made.
Yeah.
And then people, you know, I did the hard art critique, and Ethan Van Sciver pointed out just the mess that I didn't do the perspective quite right in this bottom panel, you know? And then I started getting some... one thing I've realized is you could get too much advice from people if you put yourself out there. So...
Yeah.
People were telling me to change up the angle on that last panel, so then I was going to do this, right?
Okay.
And so this final panel is the dude telling these people about the guy that he's after, right? The guy he's been tracking that has this cursed sword, blah, blah, blah. So I thought instead of doing that, I could do this, where I could actually show the villain that he's talking about, right? So then I'm not just scene after panel of being in the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Panel after panel of stone work in the background, right?
Totally. And is part of that like panel after panel that you have to render as well, you know? Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, I 100% agree there that you can get too much critique. Everybody's going to have an opinion on your work. And some of those opinions are even going to disagree with each other. So, you know, go figure, right? You've got to kind of decipher what's going to be useful information and also balance it out with, okay, the perspective is a little off. Is that worth going back and completely redoing it? To what degree is the perspective off? Because I'll be honest, if you go back to that original page, I wasn't seeing it. I wasn't seeing where that perspective was off in that last panel.
You see how big that guy is?
Yeah.
It's these guys back here that are way out of perspective. It's really these guys back here that look like they're tiny, like they're half-size people.
Yeah.
So really, I was thinking, the first thing I thought to do was, well, what if I just made them bigger, right?
Yeah.
Would that
That's what I
fix
would have done.
things? And I did that, and I thought about it, and that's when I thought, well, what if I did something completely different, you know? And part of it is, okay,
I relate, man.
Part of me is embracing the journey, like, and just in these first 3 or 4 pages, getting a ton of input and sort of seeing, like, just like I got from you, where it's like, okay, I'm not mixing up my perspectives enough, and I'm not, you know, thinking in a sort of visually dynamic way, sort of, you know. So getting feedback from you, I've sort of tried to figure that out, and just from people's reactions to the page and how I was redrawing it, I decided, you know, what could really work is this.
For sure. Yeah.
And this is the idea I like the best. So this is the way the panel's going to be. I'm not redoing this page anymore. I did away with the background in panel 2 because he's going to be saying something. Someone gave me the idea of doing that just to mix it up even more. I liked it. So
Yeah, no, that works. What I'll say
do-
in panel 3
Mm-hmm.
is a beautiful panel. What I want you to do is look at the top of the seats and look at the top of the bar, and all you're going to need to do, I think, is probably
Lower the seats a little.
either lower the edge, the top edge of the bar, or raise the bottom edge of the bar, because you can see how there's a difference in how much of the top we're seeing of the bar in comparison to the
see.
stools, right?
And I need to.
But that doesn't mean, I'm not telling you to go back and redo that entire panel.
Well, I could just turn the tops of the seats a little bit.
You could
Bring them in
exactly.
perspective, because once again, I'm not drawing things in perspective with one another. I'm drawing the everything one day, and then the next day I'm drawing the seats.
Yeah.
Suddenly, for some reason, when I'm drawing the seats, like the Earth is tilted a different angle. Yeah, I need to
For sure. And it, I almost
fix that.
I almost think just based upon the characters. So if we're trying to, save as much as we can here, as opposed to redoing the whole thing. So don't redo the whole thing because it looks really good. But what I would say is just that bottom edge of the bar, I reckon raise that a little bit, like a tiny bit, either that or lower the bottom of it, so that you've got a consistency there with the stools. And how much you can see at the top of them. And then, the guy leaning on the bar, you might have to go back and redo him a little bit, but that's fine,
And
you
that's
can
one
only
thing I'm
see half
trying
of
to
him
not
anyway.
be afraid to do more work. You know what I mean?
Totally. I understand that. And you don't want to be a lazy artist.
Right.
You want to do what it takes. And I definitely think that's a great attitude to have. But also...
Because these are like this, and then these are like this,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You're getting it.
I get
Yeah.
it.
Do you use perspective grids when you're doing this stuff?
In the initial drawing, I use the
Yeah.
perspective grids, and then
Gotcha.
I do away with them, and I go in and do the rest of the work, and I guess I just end up, when
Yeah.
I'm doing it and I see the way I do it with the grid, and I'm like, that doesn't look right, and I do it the way I feel like it should look, and then it ends up not looking right. So
Yeah.
I got advice
trust
for you
the
on that.
grid, I guess.
They apparently with that sort of stuff perspective, you actually get told. I think it was Marshall from the Proco guys. Marshall was the one that said, draw it the way you want it first, and then fix it with perspective.
Yeah,
So you were doing the opposite way.
yeah. It's going to be a never-ending struggle with me in perspective. I can just tell, but I'll
Yeah.
do my best to make a cool comic book.
Yeah.
While crying, weeping, hysterically.
Yeah, while just getting ready for the inevitable, critiques from
Yeah.
people where it's like, hey, you see how the perspective's weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I
the
mean-
story's cool, right? Like the action scenes.
And you have to understand that you can't please everybody, right? Like, some people actually don't, who they give you a critique, they might not know what they're talking about. That can be sometimes a situation. They might have a different taste to you, and that's okay. They might want to see it done their own way. Sometimes people just want to give their own input to feel like they're part of the process.
Yeah.
So,
And that just means they're excited about what you're showing.
they are. They
You know,
very much are.
So I take that as
Exactly.
a big positive.
It's a huge positive. Some people are just mean, and they're gonna tell you mean things, and that's
Hopefully
fine
they're
too.
funny if they're being mean, That's the worst.
Hopefully, yeah. But no, I really like this guy who's in the dark here. He's
Yeah.
cool. He's scary looking.
I wanted
I'm
to
on
make
his side.
like a
Is he the bad guy?
manlier version of Griffith. Huh?
Is he the bad guy?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Ah.
if you're on the
I
side of
just
the
thought I was on
living,
his side.
yeah, he's the guy that stole the cursed weapon, and he's going to be a very charismatic villain.
No,
He's
I
gonna
want to
be
be
the-
on his side. He looks cool.
Yeah, the main character is on his side, so you can root for the undead.
Wait.
The main
So
character
the
is
bad
on
guy
his
is
side.
the protagonist is on the villain side.
The protagonist is one of the undead.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Thank you.
That's
It's
cool.
one of
cool.
my favorite parts of the whole story. There is going to be kind of a main human character, but we're going to focus slightly less on him depending on how popular he gets. If the people read the first issue and, you know, who knows, maybe the second issue, you know, we can focus more on that guy.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's awesome. And yeah, if you're giving away parts of your story, by the way, Will, I just want you to know, in case you don't already, we're live across all of the How to Draw Comics social
Wonderful.
media. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. I'm sure you already know that, but
Well, everything I'm talking about, they should know.
yeah, cool.
It's going to be part of the whole like pitch because
He's worried about the people streaming on YouTube. I'm stealing all of it.
steal it. Try to make a better story than me. I dare you.
It's already
good
done.
promo.
It's already
It's
done.
good
Don't
promo.
even try.
Guy.
That's the way. That's the attitude to have. Man, I was shocked the other day. I had been editing a video that I recorded a little while back for my Dark Clay channel, and I released it. And like a day later, I went to upload it to Rumble, and I found out that someone else had uploaded it already. Like, what the heck? Who's this?
How does
poser?
that happen?
Wow, that one, that two, that looks so good.
You
Yeah.
like that one? What
I
do you think?
really like
What do you
that
think
one.
of
I mean,
my
look at-
demon hand?
Hmm,
Oh
that's
damn,
scary.
dude!
oh my gosh.
I like that. I like that. That is the cover. I think that's the best cover.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Oh, I want.
Look at that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
the-
awesome.
Well, what platform are you gonna use? You can do Fund My Comic. You can do.
Definitely Fund My Comic because I
Yeah.
feel like they take, you know, people seem. I haven't even tried to do an Indiegogo, but people seem to be having issues with it. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, they are.
Fund My Comic is the way for my very first campaign.
That's awesome. Have
That
you
looks so
launched
cool.
a campaign for it yet?
No,
Oh,
I
wow.
want to finish. I want to finish this cover. I want to finish my to-do list and then launch the campaign. And that means finishing this cover, finishing those remasters. Because now I'm on. I've more or less finished page 2, as you saw. So now I'm on page 3's remaster, and I've already sort of repositioned this
Oh
guy.
man,
in the
that's
third
creepy.
panel.
Your
Look at
ink
that.
style is so freaking cool.
Thank you.
Wow.
That front page though, oh my gosh, that rat in like and the guy's hair. Oh, it looks so cool.
I spent so long. I was sitting there like doing his hair over and over again, and I'm like, how do I freaking draw this? And then I finally figured it out, and it's like a light switch flipped, and I'm like, this looks cool as hell. You
Yeah,
know?
that's
It looks
messed up.
really cool. I love
Man.
and I love the markings you made on his face because it's
Mhm.
not
I don't even know what-
overpowering or anything.
I don't want to know what references
This
you were
is the
using
main
for that.
character
Damn.
right here.
Oh, is it?
This is the actual main character.
Is
Is
the
it?
rat a friend? Is
The
it gonna
rat
be like-
is the rat is going to be with him
yes.
for a lot of his journey.
I really like the rat.
Yeah.
Because the fur looks like fur, and it's a different sort of like inking technique they used on his face, and you can tell it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Look at him!
Hmm.
I want one.
So cute.
He's adorable.
Does
Feast
he
on
get
my
eyes?
Too
enemies.
big. He was too big, so I had to shrink him. You see, you can see how I like shrunk him. So he'll be good now. And I've decided that I am going to send a little sticker with each order. Okay,
Hmm.
it's gonna be a little top hat that you can put on the rat.
What?
Top that you can put on the rat.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
Oh. Oh, right. That's cool.
and I
In
figure
every scene.
people can stick it to the outside of the plastic cover, right?
Yeah, that's smart. I like that. Does he
Do you
get a
have
top
a
hat
pet
in the
rat?
comic?
No, he's not going to get a top hat in the comic. That's ridiculous. It's a very serious comic book.
I,
I think you should
Do
make
you
that
own a
layer
rat?
and merge it with the bottom one. Just make
You
it
want me to
happen.
just merge it, make it part of the actual cover?
Make it happen, and then that's a whole question. Everyone's wondering, wait a minute, this is supposed to happen around the time of the Black Death. How does this rat have a top hat?
Why is this? Is it gonna dance?
Is there some sort of
Hello, my baby.
time travel going on here?
Hello, my ragtime gal.
But like, Will, do you
Living
own a
in the
rat though?
Ritz.
I do not own a rat. I once had a
Rats are
friend who owned rats.
Yeah, same. They were so cute, and they sit on your shoulder and stuff, and they just chill with you.
No, I have a dog. Crispin, come.
What's his
Yes,
name?
boy. Yes, boy. Come. Up. Here.
Crispin.
I don't typically let him jump up on me. And so now he's scared.
Needs
Now
to
he's
go
like,
up.
what's going on?
Oh, look
Yeah.
at him.
German
What's
Shepherd.
going on?
Is it German
Mhm.
Shepherd?
Looks like a
Yeah,
the
German Shepherd.
Malamar.
German Shepherd.
He's
Cool.
beautiful.
Great dogs. So smart. They're smart.
Dad, this is unusual. This is unusual, Dad. Relax.
That's awesome. Yeah, scary stuff, Will.
Thank you.
I love the details on that.
It's not scary.
What?
It's not scary at all.
So
mean,
what do you
people will
think
be
is scary
scared.
then? I don't
Says the
know.
Like-
Eldridge.
Will, I think
comic
Rex is
reader.
telling you to step it up a bit.
There's no
Yeah.
music playing in the background, making you scared.
Yeah.
The HBO series that gets made about Revenant Steel, that will be scary.
Mhm. That'll be scary.
Yeah. Walking Dead scary. No, wait, Walking Dead
For
was scary.
sure.
wasn't
It was, I don't know. I guess it
It's been a
depends what you find scary.
it? I find scary movies scary. I don't like them.
I gotta tell you, Clayton, I'm struggling with like all the attachments that Weapon X has. It's like
Yeah.
it is some like clumsy, cumbersome equipment he's got that Barry Windsor Smith drew. Because I'm trying to
Right.
keep it on model, but it's like, you know,
Talking about Wolverine Weapon X.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It's like I'm gonna have to shrink some of this down. It's like giant like walkie talkies. You know, it's like crazy.
I would almost
yeah.
think like you got to think of the silhouette that it creates, right?
Yeah,
Where you got to have him like you got to widen his pose a little bit, like give him a big hog.
it's true. Yeah,
You know?
that's
Don't draw it. Don't draw
Yes,
the
you're
hog,
right.
but it's got to be there. You know what I mean?
right. Because
Mm.
when it's because that leg's coming forward, and it's kind of obscuring all that.
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
an attacking animal is going to have that stance. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah,
he's digging his
Mm.
toes in or whatever. But anywho,
yeah.
Clayton,
Yeah.
did you send me that picture of your sketch?
Oh, no, I didn't. You want it now?
Yeah, please. Only because I'm tired and I don't want to think of something to draw.
Okay.
So
For sure, yeah.
just
So
steal
you're-
your shit.
I'm taking it, and it's going away. It's
Um,
going away.
You want me
the
to email
crazy
it?
thing about the
Please, yeah.
Weapon X stuff is that it's so blocky and unnatural. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You'd
Yeah,
almost have to like draw the silhouette and then just draw like squares, you know, but try to make like a cool silhouette out of it.
yeah. See, I was afraid to like push this far, and I was trying to get this to go, and then, but it's kind of like not right.
But I would bring that knee all the way out, you know, like he's about to bound off the dirt to his left, you know,
Mhm.
Oh, you mean bring it
bring
this
that
way.
knee out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
And
kind of
up.
experimenting.
And up.
So-
Like the knee needs to go up. If you know what I mean. No? I'm not doing that? Okay, never mind. I
No,
thought you
he'll
were just
get
gonna
it.
You mean up like this way?
No, no, no.
No, I
he
thought
had
up
it.
and forward.
Yeah, yeah.
You mean like
Towards his
foreshortened?
fist.
He's processing. Let him process.
All right. Just sent it
Yeah.
to you.
Thank you.
And now you just need to
Via email.
like the top of his hips, like because depending on the angle of the knee, you know what I'm saying? Like his hips a little too high now on the other side,
Yeah.
or you got that curve. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Let me get my broadcast going.
Yeah, I gotta get a bigger eraser.
It's a very dynamic pose you're trying to pull off there,
I know.
James.
So, let me just when this happens, I just like to start off again with let me get the pelvis back in. All right, let me work with that.
Yeah, totally.
All right. See, I just thought it was easy to do it like this. Like that's okay. That's just not too. That's not very interesting, right?
Here, I got what I was talking about. What I was trying to visualize. If you want to biggin me up a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Let's see what else got.
So that's what sort of I was envisioning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
If that's kind of like what you were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he's like got his arm all the way out, like lunge forward. Now I'm kind of feeling. But then, all right, he's like Weapon X. So I know he's got like the big blocky headpiece with like his hair poking out, right?
Yeah, there you go. Get some emotion coming through there and all. What's up, Rachel?
But
Thanks
no,
for joining us.
That's good. I see what you and Rex were saying about
Now we gotta
bringing
make
that
room
grief
for
over.
his abs a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then make his arm. We could rotate it up more like that. So it's really stretching
So I think
out.
it's going through that mental process as well, James, of just thinking about, you know, those arms and legs that are made up of individual cylinders as they're coming forward toward us. What does that mean about the cross contours that we see on their legs? Like, are we going to see the bottom of that cylinder as it's coming forward toward us? Are we going to see the top of the cylinder? Thinking about the orientation of those individual parts. And, you know, it gets kind of confusing. It can get pretty darn confusing, especially, you know, when you're still learning this stuff. So all of this is going to make you more conscious.
And normally when I'm working these things out, I'm not doing it on a live stream. Yeah.
No, totally.
Yes, it's sort of a different experimentation process.
Welcome to my world.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. This is why I'm always erasing and rejigging things. Why do you want me to take it off of you while you figure? Oh no, it's Will. It's Will.
No, yeah, that's me. I was trying to figure out what he was doing with his left foot. I decided to tuck it back a little bit, so.
Yeah. I think that's. I mean, you hit the nail on the head there, Will. You said exactly what I was thinking before I got distracted by the sketch I'm working on. But yeah.
I'm like, how much do I want to do this? I want to do. Should I draw a veto? This is my current entry into the draw veto contest with him just like tossing dino nuggets in his mouth.
Oh, who's Vito?
Yeah, but I'm thinking I should draw another Vito. They're doing a draw Vito contest. I don't know
That
if you're
Vito from the Biggest Problem in the Universe
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah.
No.
It has been
No,
a
I've never
while
heard of
since
that.
I've heard
Because
about
this
that
dude,
podcast.
Ray is happy, is more of a cartoonist. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so he's been doing it's easy to draw Vito. You can draw your own Vito, blah, blah, blah. And he's kind of
Cool.
given some decent, like, little cartoonist tips and stuff like that. Stuff that I remember
cool.
from, like, back when I was a kid and I got the, how to draw, like, a Nickelodeon characters. Anyway.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, he's running this contest. So you draw Vito, tag him in it, And I've just been doing it for fun. I find Vito very repulsive, but we're...
All right.
Let me see. Where's my first?
Well,
What's going
sometimes
on? But like, why? What does he do?
Oh, well, he's not funny, but he acts like he is, and it's like people think that he is for some reason.
Is he like a
and-
podcaster or
Yeah, he's a podcaster.
YouTuber?
He's on the biggest. He's on YouTube. He's on the Biggest Problem in the Universe with Dick Masterson, and so he's like a what? Z-list celebrity, you know what I mean? He's
Oh,
like,
right.
I was
Okay.
going to say, you mentioned that podcast. I listened to that podcast in the OG days of the Biggest Problem in the Universe. Back when they did the
Alright.
first version with Maddox.
but this is a Van Piglet that I started drawing. I don't know how familiar you are with Van Piglet,
Oh.
the comic book series.
Well, I mean, who's not?
Right.
Who drew that? Like the original
So
series?
Dr. Ben. If you guys were you watching the Ethan Van Sciver cover giveaway
No.
promotion?
Yeah.
So I met Dr. Ben a while back because I've been inviting myself on people's shows around
Yeah.
CG and stuff, and now I seem to have found myself as a permanent fixture on his show on Sunday nights, Comicsgate Goth Night.
Right.
So I started drawing this on stream with him.
Yeah.
But he had entered, as I also entered in the cover giveaway stream, and Van Piglet pops up, and he's not like the best artist. It's kind of like an avant-garde kind of, style that he's got.
Okay.
But I voted for it, obviously. I'm like, I think Ethan would draw a great Van Piglet cover,
Okay. And so you had a crack at it?
Yeah, I had a crack at it. This is what I came up with the other night, but I need to fill in these shelves, She's
That's pretty good.
I guess some sort of horny witch vampire. I don't know, because I'm on stream with Dr. Ben and I'm like, what should she be reaching for? And he's like, liquid schlong. It's like, I guess
Oh,
it's
no.
a horny series.
Thanks for putting that in my
boy.
brain right before I go to bed. I appreciate
Hey, you're
that.
welcome, dude. Dude,
Sweet
buy
dreams.
Van Piglet. Go back Dr. Ben's comic book. He was wrongfully imprisoned for murder for a while, but he got out thanks to Jessica Biel. So
All right.
Could you say that again, please? I missed some of the words.
Okay.
He was
Cool,
wrongly
Will.
imprisoned for murder and got out because of Jessica Biel. That's a sentence that I didn't expect.
Well, it's so yeah, they made a documentary about it called The Vampire Murders, because he was this kid who went to a goth club trying to, hook up, and then this girl who is sort of, I think, the original Van Piglet. This is like, because the whole book is sort of about the situation.
Mhm.
But she actually was going to murder him. Like, she picked him out as the target. Her and her boyfriend were going to murder someone that night, right? In sort of their satanic whatever. But they ended up killing someone else. And then young Dr. Ben, ended up getting blamed for it. And he ended up going to prison. So, fun time.
Satanic whatever. That would be like a great comic title right there.
Well, I need to read Van Piglet. I haven't gotten my copy yet. I actually haven't ordered it, but I'm going to. It's on my to-do list.
My goodness.
Will, I gotta tell you, you've gotten really good at promo, man.
Thank you.
And you can put on a show, and I think that you're gonna have a lot of success crowdfunding your comic.
as soon as I get those pages done, as soon as I make sure the book is good, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Just
driven. You have
go
you have,
for it now.
the Will Studio has the willpower. You know, you got it. You're gonna do
Mhm.
it. I know you're gonna do it. I can tell you're gonna do it. I can see it. Like I love that. I love that Revenant steel claw, like that hand,
Mm.
Right?
and that's just great with the different sword daggers for like fingers.
Each
right?
sword,
So each sword, yeah.
each of the 7 swords that were forged are represented here. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Very
great.
good.
I like it.
Lots of detail. Beautifully done, my friend.
Thank you.
Alrighty. What's everyone else working on? Let's check in on Keith.
Oh yeah. As you can see, I've been making some progress on her over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's coming along great.
You have any ideas, any thoughts as you're looking at it?
Yeah, let's. I think the eye that's sort of furthest from us, I would just raise. I would raise the end of it just a tiny bit,
The
so that
end
it's
of it, as in the end over here.
yeah. So, well, maybe even just
Center the-
that top eyelid, or potentially the whole eye, just so that it's in alignment with the eye on the opposite side of the face.
Let's try
You see
the
how it's
whole
sitting
eye.
slightly lower?
Oh wait, which layer am I on? Crap.
Yeah.
If you move the iris to the left, by the way, she'll look less cross-eyed. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, her left or my
Yeah.
left?
There.
Like right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's better. I would raise it even more. So just nudge it up a tiny bit.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's better.
Perfect. You know, it's the smallest little changes like
And
that
you were-
that can just make all the difference.
And you were saying move the iris,
The
iris
iris.
to her left or my left?
Her left, I'd say, because you see how her left eye, it is off center. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on her other eye, it's off center in the opposite direction.
So
So you
move
just
her right
wanna-
iris to the right.
Either
right.
move that one to the left or the other one to the right. You know what I'm saying?
We need port and starboard in here, so I know what we're talking
There you
about.
go.
There you go.
That
Like
changes
take
everything.
a look
Yeah.
at that and see how different it looks, just
Yeah.
with that little movement.
Yeah, that looks better.
See what I'm talking about?
She's looking somewhere. We don't know, like to the right, I guess, right? Her right. Yeah. Isn't it
But now
crazy
she's
how
not
micro changes
cross-eyed
like that?
Now she looks a
Make a
bit
big
less
difference.
cross-eyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Class
Let's do it.
22. That's awesome that this came up in your algorithm. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. And, you know, Keith, you can always go back later and just have another crack at drawing the irises in there all together. Sometimes it's, you know, there's a number of ways you can address them. You can shuffle them around. If you're looking at it and you're like, you know what, I reckon I could give it another shot just to polish it up. Totally do that. I do it all the time with eyes just because they're important. They're the windows into the soul, right?
They are.
Yeah. But otherwise, obviously, you know, you've got some skills here, Keith, and she's coming along very nicely. There's a few little tweaks here and there that you can make, which we were just doing with the eyes and whatnot, but all in all, this is looking good. Yeah,
Yeah, she's coming along.
totally. So who is she? Is she for your book?
Oh yeah, she's the protagonist. She's the reason that's the reason I like to draw her so much is that she's going to be showing up a lot, obviously. So what I do is I use her basically as the barometer for everything that I go and learn from any of the classes and the lessons, where I go back and I draw her again and I draw something about her again, just because it's like, all right, let's see what else we can add here. But
That's good.
But yeah, she's the protagonist of the story. Her dad was a cop. Her mom was in the mob, and of course, this creates some problems.
Yeah, no, totally.
You can imagine how great how great the family reunion is.
Oh yeah, no, I can. I love mobster stories. In fact, I'm just about to finish the last episode of the Penguin TV series. Have you guys managed
yeah, that
to
was good.
catch that at
Oh,
all?
with Colin Farrell.
Yeah, man.
That got recommended to me tonight again.
It's like, it's hard to remember that it's even him playing
Yeah.
that character because he just does it very, very well. And I don't know, he should be given some awards for that because damn, you
Apparently
really
the
see his
producer-
talent shine through.
Apparently, the producer or the director or whatever didn't even recognize him. Was wondering what the fuck he was doing on set.
Yeah, it's pretty darn amazing, isn't it? Like it's mind blowing. Awesome, James. What do you got there? That's looking good.
This is issue 4 of 6. Spawn the Dark Ages.
Oh yeah,
Liam
damn.
Sharp.
Yeah, Liam
My
Sharp's doing
goodness.
some awesome stuff lately.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me just pull some interior here. This is in interiors.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
interesting. The way that that page is laid out.
Yeah. It's more.
Is that waves?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
And it looks like there's some like rocks or something coming out of them. Here's like one.
Yeah, beautifully done. I mean, you got so much inspirational content you're surrounded by, James.
I know, I'm drowning in it. Look at that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I was in the
Nice
city
one.
today and
Yeah.
stopped by Midtown Comics and
Yeah.
Times
And
Square.
picked up a
so-
few.
Yeah. I don't get down there as much as I used to, so I thought, all right, well,
Yeah, that's
Good.
great.
sport. I mean, technically Wednesday's New Comics Day, but they always have a bunch of stuff there like that I never get at my local shop. So
Yeah, nice one.
yeah.
Nice one.
Jeez.
So she's in your mobster comic, is she, Keith?
Oh yeah,
The one that you were showing us earlier with all the pages?
yeah, that's right.
Cool.
She's in there. She hasn't been introduced in the roughs that I've done out yet. She gets introduced like, God, off the top of my head, like 60 pages in, maybe. Like you got to get there, but there's groundwork that has to be laid before that
I
ends
hear
up
ya.
happening.
No, totally. That's always the way it goes.
And it makes me
And-
wonder if and this is something I was thinking about like the other week, like whether or not it makes sense, like the first batch of pages, if it makes more sense to do like an issue 0, where it's like it is just the groundwork before the story proper shows up, just so that everyone knows it's like, oh, that's why the protagonist of the story hasn't even shown up yet.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And at the same time, I'd say don't overthink it either. You know, you're on a roll with the main book at the moment.
Yeah.
Keep going with that. Keep chugging through it. The same goes for you as well, Will. I would suggest getting all your pages done. Then if you feel like you need to go back, do it then.
I
but
feel
just
like
get
I've
that first
absorbed a
pass
lot
done.
of like I got some great feedback and I'm done for now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
Awesome.
produce these pages just like you just said. I'm like, let's
Yeah.
get these going.
Yeah,
You know.
so I don't know if you were on here earlier, Will, but this is all the roughs that I've been working on, trying to create for mine, like the rough layouts of all the
Nice.
pages.
Very
Obviously,
good.
there's a lot going on. It can get a little bit overwhelming when I look at this, but I like to dive in and zoom in and just try to work on the composition of all of them for the ideas.
It's useful to have like all the pages sort of laid out together like that, right? And I would
Especially
do
on one sheet.
yeah. On one
And it's
sheet.
inspiring, right? To see it all and to
'Cause-
know where it's headed.
Because you got the whole story in your head, right? Like you've lived with this story enough, and so you can sort of like draw it out super rough. You know what I mean? Super small.
Oh yeah, I've got it all written out. It's all typed up.
Yeah,
I'll be
that's
doing that for
rough.
the next 8 pages soon. Of Revenant
Good.
Theater.
Do it. Smash it out, Will. I can't wait to see some new pages from you. Both of you, actually. Good stuff.
Great. But yeah, as you can see, hair continues to elude me, but I've been practicing it. trying to get better at the form and flow and trying to make it look more natural.
Yeah, look, it can be a tricky one. I'll,
As does her jacket. I every now and again I regret having her wear this jacket because I'm like, God, this is such an annoying thing to get right.
You're gonna get good at it though, because you're gonna keep doing it over and over, and then you'll be the
Yeah.
leather jacket guy.
For sure, for sure. And you know, I'll keep working away at this portrait that I'm sort of messing around with now, and we can get into some hair approaches there. But I'd say it's simpler than you think. Like even simpler than what you've got there to get good hair. So I'll take you through it. I mean, I can't believe we don't have a hair tutorial actually in the academy just yet, like just dedicated to hair.
Yeah.
So we should do
Different kinds of hair.
that. Different kinds of hair, yeah.
I try
Totally.
to think of it like, because girls do their hair, they're trying to frame their face, right? So you're almost like you draw the face and then you just draw like a frame around it, like a flowy sort of thing, and then whatever shape is beyond that, and then it sort of comes to me. That's kind of like my whole idea behind it.
For sure. That's a great way to look at it. And also as well, it's great to think of hair as almost an extension of the character's gesture. I mean, that's what I love about hair the most, because when you think about it, the hair is going to be affected by the character's movement and also environmental factors, which can be really fun to play around with just to increase the drama of the drawing. Like, for example, you've got her just standing there. So obviously, movement of her body and the momentum of it isn't necessarily going to be having an effect here, but you could have it blowing in the wind, you know?
Well, that was something I was trying to express. I did this last weekend just on a whim. I drew this horse over here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, cool.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I never drawn a
there.
horse in my life, but I just wanted to try it. I'm sorry, unicorn.
That's a great looking
I
unicorn
look at it, yeah.
for somebody who doesn't draw horses ever. So,
Just on a
well
whim.
done.
Yeah.
You must have watched our horse drawing tutorial in the academy.
Oddly enough, I haven't.
May I
The
have it?
form
Yeah.
and the skeletal structure is pretty good. You got to muscle it out though and feed it.
The muscle, yeah, the muscles need some work. But
Still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like I assume you had reference.
oh, I had a reference. I just
Yeah,
pulled
yeah,
up a
for
picture.
sure.
I just Googled a picture of. I think I just Googled a majestic horse,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, all right, let's do that.
For sure. Hey, we've got Ashlyn in the chat. He says, hey, it's good to see you guys still smashing it. Heck yeah, man. And I know that you are too, with your comic. The last I saw of it anyway. Okay. Next, I want to check out what Rex is working on because that looks interesting. Actually, let me take a look at Matt's first really quick. Just want to check in on Matt. Don't worry, Rex, we're going to get to it.
No, it's like you wanted to check in what I was drawing. I'm like, yeah, you're drawing. You just
Oh,
sent it to me.
right. Gotcha. Oh, well, we'll see what you're doing with it. Yeah, smashing it out, Matt. You got this thing almost inked.
Almost.
Wow.
A couple of
I
little
shouldn't say
tweaks here
thing, I
and
should
there.
say lovely lady almost inked.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. And the hands, very
Hands are tough.
articulated there. They are. They certainly are. And you know what? I'm going to say exactly what I did on the Tomb Raider one. When I would go ahead and resize her head, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe once you finish the hair. And I think that'll make all the difference as far as just
Sorry, you
helping
broke up
to...
a little bit. I missed everything you
Oh,
just
did
said.
I?
Yeah.
Oh no. Did I break up for everybody else?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. I'm going to say what I said on the Tomb Raider piece. I reckon if we just increase the size of her head just a tiny little bit,
I knew it.
yeah, just a tiny bit, it'll
Yep.
help to balance out the proportions.
You could bigging up the size of a couple other things too, if you want.
I
Just if you want.
they were
so-
bigger.
So yeah, you know, oftentimes I've said this before, but I've always got to resize the head of my characters because they usually end up. Yeah, I've got the too small problem as well as far
Yeah.
as the head is concerned. Yeah. And you know what? You could even wait until you finish the hair, maybe, just so you've got an idea as to how large that general region is going to be by the time you're done. But you can do it now.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's looking good though. I love the abdominal region. That's looking very nice, not too over detailed. And if you do decide to add rendering in there, keep it super subtle.
Yeah.
Something probably like what I did on the character drawing I was showing earlier. I'll give you an example of that. In fact, in just a moment when I get it back up,
Yep.
I'll mention it. But yeah, less is always more with female characters. If you look at J. Scott Campbell's work, you'll see what I mean by
Yeah.
that.
Definitely.
But yeah, you know, I think Shelby Robertson mentioned it to me once. He said, you know, with female characters especially, or maybe I'm just making this up, I don't know. Maybe this is just a false memory I'm having. But he said, keep the body fairly conservative as far as the rendering is concerned. Is that the right word? Or am I thinking of reserved? Don't add too much rendering to the body, but for the clothing, to create contrast, smash it in there, right? Like, add as much rendering and textures as you want. And I've found that to definitely be true.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, but now that you say it, yeah.
Yeah, and it can look really nice. Really nice. Okay, awesome stuff. And Rex, you're inking this out by the look of it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just started. But yeah.
Wow. I'm excited to see how that
Very
turns
nice.
out.
I might make I'm trying to make the ass bigger and the tits.
Oh yeah.
So
Man, I don't know. I try.
there's a reason why they're assets.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What can I say? But yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to it. I mean, you're just smashing this out straight away. I wish I
Yeah,
didn't
I've got
overthink my
reference.
inking.
Yeah, you were doing it from like nothing. I've got a reference.
Oh yeah, but still.
I don't do too well without reference. I'm doing. When I don't have a reference, I am definitely going over and over and over it, and yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh well, it's good. You'll have to let me know what the experience is like working over my sketches.
I didn't work over it.
Even though you...
It's a reference. I didn't work over it.
Yeah, sorry. Oh wait, so you redrew this from scratch?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
There's yours.
Ah, I see. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you've got a
can't. I
good eye.
literally can't trace stuff. Otherwise, I will stop doing what I'm doing. I'm like, no, I didn't do it from the get go. It's
Yeah.
worthless now. And
You
I
like a
just will not do
challenge.
it.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
cool.
not bad. It's like I like. It's not. It's. I literally can't do it because I know that I have tried it before, tracing, and I
Yeah.
was like, I hate it. It's not mine anymore. Like, because I traced it and stuff. So I was like,
Yeah, I think I remember us having some conversations about that. Were we? A little while back?
I can't remember. Too long ago for me.
Awesome though. Keep at it.
I got a great reference.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. All right, let me. Mine's gonna look so pathetic now. It's very embarrassing because I've barely done anything on it. I've been very distracted. There we go. And it's a pretty basic one. She's just looking straight forward at the camera for the most part.
How do you make the eyes like even, like from the get go? Did you
Even?
Did you do that straight away? Yeah.
You know,
Try to
mess
line the
around with
bottoms
it.
up.
Try to line the bottoms up, and you can see I'm just adding eyelash here and there, so I try to get them as symmetrical as possible. But if I was to flip this around,
I was going to ask you something too, and now I've completely forgotten.
you've forgotten,
Yeah, I wanted to ask you to show me how to do something, and then I've mind blanked.
Oh, well, if you remember it, definitely let me know. But so lately I'm trying to not to get too crazy on making the features, excuse me, over exaggerated and large. I'm trying to go for more of a, you know, still comic book style but realistic representation, and less cartoony. So I keep on giving her like giant lips here, but I'm trying to reel it in a little bit. And because I don't know, sometimes the more realistic stuff can just feel a bit more grounded. Then again, well, even with the one that you're working with there, Rex, that one I was trying to keep the features a bit more realistically proportioned, even though she does look very stylized.
Really? I thought she was completely stylized.
Well, you know, sometimes I end up drawing the eyes a little bigger on my characters, whereas with that one I really put in an effort to reel them in. And same with the mouth and the other features. Look, you're right. She's quite stylized, actually.
I mean, I love the big lips though. Big lips always look great. Everything big.
They do. I mean, it can change the look of the character in interesting ways. So you got to be conscious of what it is you're after, and not just go with the motions of maybe what you've done in the past or how you think it should be. You've got to look at the character and sort of feel it out, make sure that you're capturing the look that you want for them. And sometimes I find that I'm going to have to zoom out on this one and make sure that it's... 'cause see, when I'm drawing a large head like this, it's difficult to see how it appears from a distance. So I've got to zoom back and just get an overall look at how it's coming together. Probably looks really tiny to you guys as I'm sharing the screen here, but that's all right. We'll zoom back in a moment. Because right now, even the mouth, as I look at it, it's a little out of proportion for how big I want it to be in comparison to the eyes.
You need it bigger, or is she going to be like Julia Roberts? Or
no, I think I'm happy with it there now.
okay. It's like a little Denise Richards.
Maybe. I probably would say Adriana Lima was definitely an early reference for me.
I could see that.
Yeah, and I think I suspect that probably for artists like Michael Turner, she might have been as well, but that's just a guess.
Who
Was
we
she
talking
big
about?
while he was alive?
What's that?
When did Adriana Lima? Because how old is she? She's only like 24, right? Or no, she
No
broke
way,
up.
dude.
She broke up with DiCaprio, so she's got to be 26 or 27 now, huh?
Dude, no. She's like probably in her later 40s, I would say.
We're
she's
thinking of
definitely
different
broken
people,
up with
maybe.
DiCaprio.
We might be thinking of different people.
Maybe, yeah. Adriana Lima, look her up. Yeah. She's she was more
Single.
90s. More early 2000s maybe was probably her prime, I would say.
I want to actually look her up now. That bothers me. What's
gotta
her name?
do it.
Adriana
How do you guys not know Adriana Lima?
Lima, supermodel apparently.
Yeah, supermodel.
Oh, I see the eyes.
Oh, she was born in 81. Okay, yeah, we were different. We were thinking about different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's way too old for DiCaprio.
Now she would be, yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, DiCaprio, he's got his types, right? I never know.
But
who
yeah,
he's
I don't think
dating,
at that age it's a type. I think it's because he's like could be a grandfather age, you know. It's a bit
though. Is he
creepy.
really?
Yeah, he should have like.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Maybe that's he's.
It's
I'm
only
gonna have
because he kind of cycles through women. It's not because he's looking for somebody to stay with. It's just like, it's not for marriage kind of thing. He's just like somebody young that he can shag, or make himself feel young. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess he with his level of fame, he can kind of do what he wants, right? He's got his pick.
I'm just amazed that women still line up for it. It's like you're not going to be there for long.
Well, it's like Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean,
I know. I have an idea about why they line
He's
up
not
for
that
it.
attractive. If it was Johnny Depp, I'd be fine with it, but it's not Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp's got more. But then again, I probably wouldn't like Johnny Depp if he did do stuff like that. So, yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I never really hear about Leonardo DiCaprio and who he's dating. Actually, I think I was always under the impression he kept that stuff pretty close to his chest.
He's normally, from what I understand, he's dating more than one girl at once, kind of thing.
Is he?
Like one on
Right.
each arm. You know.
No way, really?
I think I did because I heard a comedian talking about because I went to a party
yeah.
and he showed up and there was like I think 2 women on each arm, like a woman on each arm. So yeah.
Well, there you go. He's living the life, isn't he?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Clayton, I have a good movie recommendation for you.
Yeah. What's that?
Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme?
Marty Supreme, yeah. It's with Timothy Chalamet. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. Is it new?
It came out in December. It was an Oscar contender. Does anybody see Marty Supreme?
I'm aware of it. I haven't watched a movie in ages.
It's worth watching. It's good. So he plays a guy. It's loosely based on a real ping pong player, professional ping pong player.
Oh
from
yeah.
New York, and it's just his whole journey to get to the world championship of ping pong, and just kind of his hustle in that, and
Cool.
it's
I like
it's
a
very-
hustle movie.
Oh yeah, there's lots of hustle, and there's stuff with the mob and stuff. It's great. It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's funny. Like it's a funny movie. Like it's well made. You know, it's an A24 movie, so it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
I did watch. I don't. Has anybody else seen the movie Moulin Rouge?
A long time
Actually
ago.
seen it, not
Long time
just
ago.
not just
Like the
seen a
older one?
trailer. Actually seen it, like Moulin. Yeah, the old
I
one.
fast
like,
forwarded
the-
through a lot of it.
I was gonna
What
say
did
I
you-
would say I survived that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't
Did you
think it was
like-
that bad. I was watching it because I came up on like the TV like free, and it just came up, and I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
watching it like at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't,
And you liked it?
It wasn't that bad. I was watching it, I'm thinking it's not terrible. And the themes behind underneath it, I was like, I didn't notice that beforehand, but they've actually got some pretty cool themes underneath it.
Oh, cool.
With all those singing and that. So it was actually not bad. And I was like, oh. And then I kind of realized if this is feeling good now, how shit are we as a people that we can't make good movies anymore?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like it's not a spectacular movie, but it's like decent. And we don't have decent movies anymore. We either have good ones or we have shit ones or we have ones.
Well,
Part
that's
of the
what a lot
reason I
people-
was late today is someone at my bar enjoyed the new Star Wars movies, the new trilogy.
Oh, we didn't speak to
Yeah.
them. Do
Well,
they
I
don't
had to
exist.
engage, you know. 'Cause- yeah, like her boyfriend was on my side, like, you know, talking to her, and she's like, well, I'm not nerdy enough to have this conversation. And I'm like, look,
Really?
you know, let's just compare the opening scenes. You know, we were creating art in the 70s with these movies, and then we were constructing a movie in, you know, for the rest.
I
You
mean,
know what I
even
mean?
Phantom Menace was better than the new ones. What are they
Oh,
on
Oh,
about?
yeah.
No doubt, no doubt.
But she
I
was,
actually quite
you know,
agree.
I was taking the extreme position of saying that even those were garbage because I have not softened on them since the
Right.
Yeah.
games originally came out. Like some
I
people.
liked it. I liked it. I liked the first one. I didn't like the other two afterwards, but I only liked it because the space fights was so cool. I didn't like the storyline.
Yeah.
I didn't like the plot, but I loved the space fight and I loved the pod racing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
space NASCAR.
That's very memorable.
Yeah, but I didn't like anything else. Just so that we're clear.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear, I didn't like the movies, okay? Don't attack me.
Yeah.
What kind of
Um,
Star Wars fan are you? Hmm?
I still
Yeah.
love Darth Vader. He's still my favorite.
I
Darth
like some of
Vader.
the AI Star Wars films that come out on some of these channels on YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Where they kind of dive into, like, I guess, you know, they would call it legacy, expanded universe, like materials, like all the stuff
Yeah.
that you know,
Stuff they
Lucasfilm
ignored.
they used in the '90s and all the comic book stuff. You know, it's like, and they'll write scripts off that, or they'll do AI off of that. It's kind of cool, or actual games like that were made. You know, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, no, totally. I was thinking that actually that I was wondering if there would be more fan-based content out there for you know, us to consume due to AI being accessible to everybody now, and maybe people who would actually do some pretty cool stuff with it. I don't know. It's a bit taboo at the moment still.
Aren't
But
they tanking? AI is tanking there now, isn't it?
there's a few issues. I know that one of the cutting edge video models, the company that makes it, has been given like a bazillion cease and desist orders from Hollywood and Disney
About Sora.
because if it's Sea Dance too,
Oh,
and
see,
if it came out, it'd be you know, it's quite shocking really what it could do to the movie industry, just because it's so darn effective. Obviously, still with room to grow, but you know, it's getting there. It's definitely getting there, and it's very smart in the way that it just gets what it is you're asking it to do. However, what they've had to kind of do in order to make it so that it's usable is essentially prevent you know, if you want to upload an image and animate it, it can't really have a face in it because, you know, one of the problems that they had was that people were putting, like, you know, our buddy Leonardo DiCaprio into this thing, and it would make like a movie clip as if it was an actual feature film starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And it'd be very hard to tell that it wasn't a real legit movie. Now, you do get some people who will leave comments and say that, oh, you know, this looks trash, it looks like AI slop, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. I think some people are in major denial as to where that technology is going. But at the same time, you know, I'm wondering if it may not replace creativity, but might automate large portions of it. And to what?
Apparently, yeah, they're not making money off it. That's like the main issue because it's not making money. And
I
people
heard
don't want to
something
really go
about
to
that.
cinema watching AI. So it is AI.
Yeah.
So cinema's
The
dead
reason
at this
why
point.
the reason why it's AI slop isn't because some of the shit that it puts out doesn't look good. I mean, there's some amazing stuff out there. The reason why it's slop is because art's some fantastic person wrote about this, but they said art is a process. What you've done is bypass the process in order to get to the outcome. That's why it's slop. It's shit in that sense because there's no process involved, and art in itself and creativity is a process. So that's why it sucks.
There's
But,
going to
yeah.
be a
Yeah.
bunch of people who were like I was 10 years ago, right? But instead of being forced to work on themselves, they're just going to be able to produce bad ideas. Like the original script for Revenant Steel was called Dark Steel, and it was not good. Like compared to what I have now, it was awful.
Well,
So
think about all the people on the internet who think their opinion matters. It's
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
like that, but for art. It's that.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people suddenly found out that people are listening to them and like, oh, somebody liked my message, therefore my opinion now matters. And it's
Well, I was
like,
actually having this conversation with some friends of mine a while back about this was not like very recently, but in like 2018 or something. We were having this conversation, and we were talking about the difference between media in like that age versus media in the 80s, the 70s, 90s, where everyone has the ability to just go online and just say an idea. And we were talking about like what made it so weird, and I said, here's what makes it weird. You have the ability to say an idea to literally the entire world without ever having to say it out loud to another person. Which in the
Yeah.
past you had to do that, which is a critical point in the creative process, saying it out loud, because it sounds very different when you say it out loud than when you're typing it.
Yeah,
oh,
totally.
that's a
And
good point.
it's a bit nuanced though, right? Because you could go down the street and tell some random person your idea, and they might not be interested in it. Like, I'll be honest with you, this morning I was going on about cause and effect and telling my bro and my other half about how it's not cause and effect, it's causes and effects. And I was like talking about it like it was the most mind-blowing realization ever, and among other things. But the
Long
thing
story
is
short,
that,
you get a divorce.
well, yeah, kind of, right? But the thing is it's like they're just not my audience. So I can say it out loud to them until the cows come home, and they're not going to be interested. But if I was to jump online and write an article or create a YouTube video about it, there would be an audience for it that would find it interesting, that would connect with it and relate with what I'm saying. So, there's definitely good and bad to everything, but I think it's more complicated than just good and bad. I think that there's different factors involved. There's you, the creator, and then there's the audience that's going to find what it is you're creating. And maybe they hate it, maybe they love it, maybe they like it, maybe they're just not interested. But the question is it a good? Is it something we would rather have than not have?
It did look. It did. It did cut out the middleman, which I'm thrilled about because they used to gatekeep stories and art and everything like that. Now we can just post stuff and the audience decides whether or not it's worth paying attention to.
Yeah, totally.
So that was good.
It is really amazing how we talk about influencers online, like let's say Joe Rogan, for example. I mean, when you really think about it, that's just, it's expression. I don't know if you can call it creativity, but it's definitely expression, right? And really, it's the sort of expression that holds all the cards as far as what advertising used to do. Back when we only had a TV set,
right?
Yeah. I mean, you know what the scariest thing is? I don't. What makes AI really scary is not just AI itself, but the algorithms. Because instead of living in a shared reality, we now live in an individual reality. So it's like 9 billion realities now, all catered to your own biases, to what you believe in because of what the algorithm understands about you. And that can create a pretty interesting societal soup of different opinions and the way that people marry themselves to them. Because, let's say that you see some AI manufactured content about a political figure you don't like. There's a good chance that you're going to believe it if it's negatively geared, and you'll, even if you suspect it's not real on some level, you may just convince yourself that it is. And I think that is the part that's going to really become more of an impact in the future going forward.
Are we talking about AI specifically doing deep fakes or something like that?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, well, I'll give you guys
Because
some
you don't actually need deep fakes.
But,
No,
but
exactly.
beyond
You can
that,
just
because
tell
he was
them
talking
something
about
and
the
they
algorithm. He was,
But people
and yeah.
But people don't research, so there's that. And
No, exactly.
I've not
Yeah.
researched stuff before, and I've been wrong about it. And I'm like, I couldn't be asked. It's one of those
Yeah,
things
no,
where I'm like, I
totally.
heard about it, but if I get it wrong, who cares? But
No, totally. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like,
The algorithm will push more of that towards you,
fake
yeah,
shit.
and even more of it will get produced because of AI.
and then at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe that's not such a bad thing. Maybe this will actually condition people to question things more because
I don't think it's worked.
no,
Did you
not
hear
yet.
about the music guys? The music this bloke flooded Spotify with
Oh
AI
yeah,
music, and he
Oh, really?
made billions. I think he had to pay all of it back, but he made bank
Why did he have to pay all of it back? Because he
millions.
used AI.
Because he
because it's
used
AI. Yeah.
bots. He used AI to create bots to play his music, his AI created music. And so he was spamming tracks on Spotify and then spamming the bots to listen to the tracks and collecting the
Oh,
revenue.
wow. That's like a modern day scam of some kind.
Literally, it is.
Wow. Naughty.
Scams are going to go crazy. Figure out
Oh,
a good scam for yourself.
I gotta imagine that they already are, right?
Yeah. Well,
I don't have that kind of mental power.
It's the
Yeah.
what isn't the theory of technology is, and we only get the things that come downstream. So the government, the military's got more advanced technology than what we get. We don't actually
Yeah.
get access to it for quite a while, so they could have been doing it for ages, which is
Could have been, yeah.
The whole daycare scam. I'm like, you're telling me I could have gotten all my friends with kids to just say that I was watching their kids and I could have been raking in money from the government this whole time?
I know.
Wait, what?
Millions of dollars?
Oh, have you not heard about it, Clayton?
No.
Clayton, let me
Just
tell you
Molly
open a
something.
Daycare.
Leering center. That's all. Just open a Leering center.
Yeah.
There's how much in the billions? Was it
Leering, not
billions
learning,
or
leering.
trillions? That got taken?
Like, it's in the billions, but literally they had suitcases full of money flying out of that airport directly to Somalia. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
And because
They were
the
quick.
airport was staffed with Somalians, they were just didn't say anything.
Oh, that sucks.
Right.
Yeah, and it's really funny. Didn't they recently get the funding to build a bunch of like buildings and that sort of stuff in Somalia? And everyone's like, we know where it came from, guys.
Yeah.
We know.
That money was used to buy property in Africa. No, the whole thing's insane. But nothing's going to be done about it. So what are we going to do? I'm just going to keep making comic books. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys are way ahead of it. I'm researching different things at the moment, but as far as what's going on in the world with that stuff, it's like there's so much going on
The thing
that
is, we don't look for it. It just shows up because it's popular. The popularity says, "Hey, this is what's going on right now."
We had one chance with Doge, and we learned a valuable
no.
lesson. Okay,
Yeah.
valuable lesson. The dog is not going to be happy if you take its food away, right? Or if you try to give it less food. Okay, the government in this case being the dog, and it's been just ravenously eating food this whole time and just giving it to everybody's scamming, all these people scamming the
They're
government.
getting a kickback though, so they're
Exactly.
actually just they're not really giving it to other people. They're kind of taking it for themselves, and then
Right.
a little bit's going to everybody else.
But they turn their blind eye to the scams because they get a kickback from the scams, and
That's
The
called
bloat.
money laundering.
and now
Yeah.
everything's going to default, and we're going to enter a new era, a new world order. Are you ready for it?
No.
What?
For
What
the
do you
new
think?
world order?
What do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know, dude. We're in the drone war phase of it.
I
right
know.
now.
I know what it's gonna be in the end.
But I don't know what the world's going to look like at the end of this. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, ever since they blew up the Georgia Guidestones, nobody knows.
I know, right? The Georgia Guidestones, those are the way.
Sorry,
You know, I
sorry,
went
who
there.
blew up what?
I
I
went there
haven't heard
during
of
the
that part.
pandemic.
The Georgia Guidestones were this weird monument in Georgia that talked about how we need the planet to have the max like 500,000 people, like among other things. There was like 11. How many commandments were on that thing?
Oh, that thing.
It was a big like Stonehenge.
Maybe
looking-
20 of them, I think.
Yeah, there was like 20 commandments like that about living in harmony with nature and yada yada.
Oh,
But it was like a mysterious monument that was erected.
And then they blew it up.
Yeah,
Someone
they blew it up during COVID.
well, it said there's only allowed to be 5,000 people on the planet.
100,000,
100,000.
500,000, like 500,000.
What the
Well, that's
monument?
acceptable.
And it's basically a genocidal stone saying
Yeah,
that
it's like a
no more than this amount of people.
It's like
Eugenics.
a utopian.
Yeah.
It's like a utopian view of what the world should be. You know what I
That's
mean?
not
Where
a
is this?
utopia.
Like America?
Yeah.
It was in Georgia. Yeah.
So,
So,
what you're
yeah,
saying
you
is
know.
that the person who blew it up is
I mean,
based.
it could be a good dark clay research project.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys are gonna love my next one, because it kind of relates to a lot of what we're talking about here. It's a bit of a head trip.
Clayton,
Some
I'll send
people
you a
might
link.
think I'm a wacky
I'll-
kind of dude after it though.
I'll send you a link because I actually before I got into drawing and doing this, I when I first moved up here, I kind of got caught in, when I say up here, New York City, I kind of got caught up in the personal electric vehicle movement, and so
Oh
I
yeah.
started off with a one wheel. Okay, I had like a small like one wheel plank, and I would ride it around Queens, and
Yeah,
then
cool.
eventually I would ride it across the East River on like the bike part pedestrian paths that go across like the Queensboro Bridge and all that. And then I
Yeah.
really got into like I was riding electric unicycles like around the city.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And people would do like races. We would do laps around Central Park.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then I just kind of realized, you get this false sense of security because you're wearing like basically armor. You're wearing a full face helmet, full head helmet. You're wearing like like elbow pads, like gloves, knee pads. Some
Mhm.
people wore like lower back pads and stuff. But like, I mean, you're just one step away from having like football pads on, basically, like shoulder pads. But like, it was just too dangerous. I had to stop doing it.
Yep. Yep.
But when I was riding that one wheel, I actually took a trip down to the Georgia Guidestones, and I rode my one wheel around the Guidestones, under the Guidestones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was like a time capsule there that
And
I
no
don't
one
even
knows who put them there?
No, it's anonymous.
No,
It's-
it came out who put them there, but I forget.
Well, okay, some guy named Jay Christian, but nobody knows who that really is. Somebody knows, but we don't know who that is.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow,
But
that is
that's
weird.
That's what it says at the site, at the Guidestones. It's like this was erected by Jay Christian.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah.
and the local quarry provided the granite to do it. That we know that too, but I mean, yeah, somebody knows. But
Do you know what year?
this was in the 80s. They built it in the 80s,
Right. Okay.
the
Cool.
1980s.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And why
so,
did they keep it up?
I don't. Well, I don't know. They did, and then they got rid of it. They blew it up in 2022, I think, summer 2022.
Right.
So somebody.
Is it? I think I
somebody
know
blew it up.
why. Is it because they have to tell you what they're doing before they do it, so that they can say that you agreed to it?
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
What?
And how come they blew it up?
Well, we don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
Right.
probably somebody that's like, hey,
New plan.
we are witnessing the greatest transfer of wealth in history, and literally they locked down all of society over a seasonal cold virus. So this might be a sign that the elites are taking over or trying to engineer the extinction of most of humanity to bring this vision to fruition. So I'm going to destroy this monument to rebel against the very notion of mass genocide, like class warfare genocide.
Oh, so you're
Well,
saying an external you're saying somebody non-related to the commissioning and maintenance of the site did it. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Someone who had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There are surveillance cameras all over that place.
Oh yeah.
All around it. Oh yeah, all around it. And so they know exactly who did it. And all that, so there's no way they don't know, and there's no way that I can't believe that those records aren't available. Like the sheriff's department would have, law enforcement would have access to that footage of someone going out there placing whether it was a pipe bomb or something more sophisticated than that. They would know who did it.
Dude, I know who did it. It was Jeffrey Epstein.
I was gonna say that.
There you go.
Say it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he might have erected it though.
Dude, he erected a lot of things.
Phrasing.
Clayton, you walked right into that one.
I did, yeah. I mean, that's my fault.
Oh, God.
Now, wasn't he on the files? Wasn't he weren't they talking about creating the pandemic? Like it wasn't natural. We already knew it wasn't natural, but they actually they
I'm
planned
gonna take
it.
that opportunity to use the restroom.
Okay.
Yeah. It was that was the case. Yeah. Well, there was talks of planning a pandemic, I believe, in the files. Yeah, some shady stuff. I mean, dude, that is the shadiest conspiracy that is actually real, and it is an absolute head trip.
Yeah, it's kind of getting a bit annoying at this stage, actually. I'm getting sick of being right.
It's concerning, isn't it?
Well, conspiracy theories used to be fun. That's why I like them, because I'm like, oh, that's cool, flat Earth, I'm totally on board. That sort of thing. It's fun, but it's not supposed to be real.
No. But who knows?
I think somebody talked out of flat earther though, out of being a flat earther, because they said, I can guarantee that if we did have the Earth, that if the Earth was flat, Disney would have had a hotel right on the friggin' edge of it, and they'd pay you to see it.
I don't know.
And you'd pay them to see it, not they'd pay you. Me good English. Yeah.
Looks like a dome over the top of me, to me, personally. But I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I just don't believe they went to the moon. I'm one of those ones. I'm like, nah, didn't happen. Didn't happen.
All right, so if Australia didn't go, then nobody went. Got it. If an Aussie didn't go, then it didn't happen.
You're just mad that it's the American flag up on the moon and not the Australian flag.
It's not even the American flag anyway, because if they did put it up there and it is still there, it's no longer
Bleached white.
It's bleached.
Is it
really?
They'll put another one up in a couple of years.
Now everyone thinks the French went there.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, because it's bleached white.
Yeah.
Right.
The flag of surrender, the white flag.
Flag of surrender.
Oh, the poor French.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the French because that everyone goes right for the surrender joke, but really the French, when it comes to their relationship with war and the government, they are completely unhinged, and I respect it so much.
They didn't do
Yeah?
too bad. Like they've actually won more like they've actually won wars.
Yeah,
I
when you
was
dig
always
into
told that
it,
they just failed.
you don't really
But
know
yeah.
where the stereotype of surrendering all the time really comes from. You're like, wait a minute, where is this joke coming from? But the joke still works.
It
Go
came
take
from
back
World
everybody
War
loses
II.
shit.
Yeah, World War
Yeah,
One, World
that's
War
right.
Two.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, the only two most recent wars that we have a lot of
Wait,
are the ones we
who'd
talk
they
about so
surrender
much.
to in World War II? See, I don't know this.
The Nazis. The
The
Nazis
Nazis.
invaded. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
the Dunkirk.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Dunkirk, I haven't seen that yet.
good movie.
Yeah, I watched the new one with Russell Crowe though, which was cool.
Wait, hold
But
up. The
remember-
new one of Dunkirk isn't Russell Crowe. It's Kenneth Branagh.
And no, it's not Dunkirk. It's a World War
Nuremberg.
II movie. What was it?
Is it where he plays Hermann Goering? At the
Yeah,
trial
yeah,
of Nuremberg?
that one. That one.
Oh, Nuremberg.
Yeah. Have you seen that yet?
Yeah,
No.
it's good.
Yeah, I mean Russell Crowe, good actor.
Australian.
I quite like
What?
him. Yeah, we got good actors here.
We do. Mel Gibson.
Chris Hemsworth. The Hemsworth brothers, they're a collection. To be fair, we also had like Steve Irwin, so any
We
kind
did,
of like
yeah.
argument you have against what we can offer, we can just trump it with Steve.
If we're talking about the Hemsworth brothers, then they cancel each other out. If we're talking about good actors.
Oh yeah, no, good point. Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't mind the older Hemsworth brother.
I'm not fussed on Liam, and I don't know whether it's because I don't like his acting or because he decided to play The Witcher.
Have you seen the new Witcher?
No, I wasn't going to. Like, I'll do it when like I
It was
can,
okay.
like YouTube,
was
so I
okay.
don't give views to them. You know what I mean? Like you watch it on YouTube so that you don't give views to the actual TV show, so you don't really know how bad it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hit
yeah.
him in a capitalistic way.
Yeah. Hit him where it hurts. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I was curious as to. I kind of feel sorry for him, you know, like he clearly took on the role, and he thought it would probably be a good opportunity, and it is. But it's right after Henry Cavill, you know, hard to compete
Yeah.
with.
He's just not handsome enough. He doesn't have the nose.
The nose, the body, the head, the jaw structure, the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he had been the
entire
character from the
package.
beginning, I think it would have been fine.
for
But
sure.
coming in after Cavill, no.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have given Cavill what he wanted. I don't know why they
Yep,
didn't do
I
that.
agree. Isn't he doing Warhammer now though? So it's not too bad.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Warhammer
It's in the Highlander remake.
Yes, Highlander is doing that.
Okay, cool.
Warhammer.
The only one.
So I don't even know what hair I'm doing here. I'm doing some kind of crazy
We haven't
style
done
that I've
much.
never done before.
Hey
works.
Clayton, we haven't done monthly challenges.
Yeah, I was.
She's
look,
got it pinned back behind her ears.
Who does?
Yeah,
His lady.
this lady, yeah, she does. I was thinking of doing one because it's the start of the month, and so
What did you have in mind?
I have no idea yet.
Can we do D&D characters?
D&D characters, sure, perfect
Yeah.
idea.
Because I wanted to create my own D&D character. And an
Does everybody
excuse.
know what D&D is and what's involved with it?
I'm sorry, are we not all nerds?
More or less.
Well, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah, you're just
checking.
drawing a fantasy role playing character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but based
Cool.
on you specifically. Oh wait, no. In case I want to do a bloke, do I want to do a bloke? No.
You could. Oh, yeah. You want it to look like.
So I want to
you.
be. I want to do paladins. Paladins are cool. I always choose paladin because you got good fights and you got magic, and I can just.
Well, it
beat the
doesn't
shit
have
out
to
of
look
people.
like you, right?
Oh no, of course not.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Sure. Create your own D&D character. That is a fun one. And how long do you want for the challenge? Is it an all month challenge or?
Yeah, a month, please. I think
Month,
the other
cool.
ones I rushed it a bit too much when you
Cool.
make it a bit earlier. Yeah.
Right, awesome. Because I'm never sure how long it's going to take you.
Well, it's
to
often
do.
because you put it like in the middle of the month, and then you're like,
I
"Hey,
know.
you've got a month, you've got until the end of the month to
Yeah.
do it," and I'm like, "No."
Yep. Because I'm like, oh, I should do a challenge. It's already halfway through the month. Let's do it anyway.
Extra challenging.
Extra challenge.
Extra challenging, yeah. I'll get that done. We're on the 1st today. Is it the 1st today? There you
Yep.
go.
It is.
For you, it is. Yep.
It will be in about 20 minutes.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go.
Everyone else cool with that though? Everyone's cool with D&D, yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll say.
Because I didn't get anybody saying, "Oh, that's a great idea." It's just kind of like silence, and I'm like, "Oh, maybe not."
How dare you suggest that?
I dare
D&D
I
slash-
suggest we're all nerds here.
a fantasy role-playing character. Yeah. That sounds like it'll be fun. Man, it'll be great to see, what everyone comes up with.
I'm gonna look cool.
And then we should somehow all do a D&D match with them.
Oh, I don't.
I
Oh,
don't have the
dear,
patience for that.
I don't play D&D.
All right,
Me
we'll
either.
upload our character profile.
It was your
to
idea.
AI.
No,
We'll
I
have an
don't
AI
play
run
it.
a
I played
simulated
Baldur's
game.
Gate. I played the first Baldur's
Sounds good,
Gate
Will.
through 2, 3. Yeah. I played Baldur's Gate. That's how I got D&D. And then I read books
Okay.
on D&D. But I didn't actually. I don't have like those things where you have a dungeon master and everything.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, it doesn't have to be specifically D&D. We can say D&D slash fantasy role-playing character.
Maybe you
Isn't that
played
what
World of
D&D is?
Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh. Does that mean I can be a what do you call it? No, don't forget the name. Don't forget the name. No.
Draenei.
New.
You've forgotten it.
Yeah,
Taurus.
it's the Warhammer. Warhammer isn't Warhammer technically D&D, but with technology? Because you've got like all the different fractions.
Cyberpunk?
No, it's Warhammer. It's just I can't remember what the women are. The sisters of something.
Um,
Damn it, I can't remember. No.
It's okay, you tried.
Well, thank you for that very patronizing.
Oh, no, I don't mean to sound like that. Yeah. Everybody feels that way about me. They're like,
No, but
"You're
I
being
always thought like
sarcastic."
Warhammer was more D&D because it's the lore for it is incredible.
Yeah,
Maybe I can blend Warhammer with D&D.
no, for sure. So you like the story side of D&D?
Well, Tolkien was technically the first D&Der, so everything else came from that.
Oh, okay.
And technically, so did Doom. Doom came from D&D, so
Wait, Doom the video game?
yeah, Doom.
Did it
Yeah.
really?
Didn't know that.
Did
Yeah.
not know that.
They were playing. Look, this is the story I heard. I did not fact check it, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who said it. But apparently, what they did was they were playing D&D, accidentally opened a portal into hell, and then
All the zombies came
started
out.
messing around. Yeah, started messing around with that. Zombies, demons.
Bless you.
Bless you.
thank you.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. The lore behind him, though, is incredible. I actually watched a YouTube video on it. He's supposed to be completely immortal. I kind of think it ruined it by doing that.
Who's immortal?
Who, Doom guy?
Doom guy.
Doom guy.
The
Interesting.
Doom Slayer.
There's something about them having to seal him away because they literally can't keep him alive, and he's got some sort of genetics, and it kind of ruined it for me because I always thought he was just some guy.
Yeah,
I
like
like
some
that better.
soldier.
That was
It's like
always
if
what
they
made
did
it
that
so
with Batman.
cool. That
It
was
just
always
not.
made it so cool. It's like, well, all the demons are coming in. Might as well kill everything.
Yeah, it seems like a terribly human thing to do,
It's the only thing to do.
an American thing to do.
What made him
Yeah.
immortal?
I don't know. That's what's annoying the crap out of me. I can't remember. I don't know whether they told me or whether it was some sort of genetic thing. But they keep having it, but they had to seal him away.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
just, it annoys the crap out of me. Because it's like they kind of ruined the war. Because it could have been really cool and they just made it like alien-esque. And I'm like, you guys suck.
Alien-esque.
Yeah, because they looked because I'm pretty sure they were aliens.
The
I
latest
don't
one.
understand why. I don't understand why they do that though. They always kind of jump into the alien thing. Like when they want to make a character cool, it's automatically like, oh, some alien like beamed him up, and now he's special. Like,
Yeah. They're trying to tell us something.
but they can't. I was gonna say they can't act, but it's not that they can't create good stuff. I mean,
They
it would have
keep
made
leaning
more
on the aliens
sense
too
that he was
much.
like. It would have been cooler because it had demons and stuff. I don't know why they brought in aliens, but it would have been cooler if they had said no. They're Nephilim. They're like half angel, half humans that were supposed to all be killed in the flood, and this arrogant fucker decided to survive. I would believe that more. It'd be a lot
Yeah,
funnier.
for sure.
God didn't kill him in the flood.
Yeah, yeah. For sure. He's a bit of a Nephilim, isn't he? He's like a big guy.
He's so cool.
Yeah. All right. Why can't you draw hair better?
Yeah, she's very angry with me right now.
Yeah. Here's a tricky one. Let me show you a little trick here.
All right.
Now I drew crazy hair on this woman, and it really doesn't have any rhyme or reason. So let me do another example.
It looks really good
All right.
though. I quite
Thank
like
you.
that hair.
Thank you. Yeah, it didn't turn out too bad.
I do like the
Good
way you
mate.
do it. 'Cause it's very like jerky.
So, yeah, it is jerky. Some inner marks of vestry coming through here. All right, so here's the bowl. This is going to be the scalp of the head. All right, and there's a number of ways you can tackle it, but I'm mostly going to show you like how to create the finish for it. Give it a little bit of a style, but let's see. Normally I'll sketch out a little bit of a silhouette, something like this. All right, and then we might have the hairline here. So this would be where the face is in this section. And then from that point, we can start to sketch out just the general larger clumps. All right, so we're just really like almost as if we have a ball of clay, we're just sort of directing it roughly in the way that we want. All right, so I'm thinking about how do I want it to fold over. Right. This one here coming over and down, and then maybe this one's going to come back a little bit over there. And so we've got a very rough idea of what we sort of want to go for there. And then the next pass is, all right, well, let's go ahead and just begin to split that up a bit. This is actually not the best hairstyle that I've ever come up with at all. See, when I start thinking about it, it just goes down the drain. But what I'm doing here is I'm creating these divisions in the hair. And you'll notice that sometimes those divisions don't go all the way through. So they might start here and then break and then rejoin over here somewhere. But usually you're going to see more of those divisions in the side of the hair that is facing away from the light. So I'm going to go through here and continue this process. Now what you'll see is that I'm also creating a little bit of a split. So as I'm running through the hair with these divisions, sometimes I'll create a split in the division that forks out. And all you need is that, really. Like, that's going to give you a very nice hair-like effect. And the person I learned this from, I think his name was Mike DeBalfo. I was looking at his work, but also, you know, J. Scott Campbell, you'll notice, has a very similar approach.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize, oh, I don't have to do a whole lot of rendering to get a hair-like texture. You can see how quickly that's coming together, and I haven't really put any rendering in there.
This is quite the 80s haircut.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
coming back.
Everyone move all your money into Aquanet right now.
All right. So yeah, and then there you have it. Again, it's a pretty wacky hairstyle. Probably because I didn't have a proper face that I was putting it around, but yeah.
Yeah, I gotta practice
Hopefully that makes sense. To put it simpler, you know, let's say that you've got a clump of hair like this. Looks pretty boring on its own, right? One thing that you can do is you can add a little flip to it at the end. Already that starts to make it look like hair. Creates kind of a ribbon style effect. And then in order to make this look like it has a hair texture, we're going to go ahead and bring a division up here. You can split that division. You can bring another one down here and split that one. And that is the detailing process for hair. You don't need any more than that.
You
And
say
it'll
that-
work for
that
just
it's
about
quite hard.
every style.
It's still hard though,
It is hard, of course.
because you got to change your way of thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's, you know, and it's hard to think about it in the beginning in the right way. That works best. A lot of this stuff is sort of backward intuitive. Like, most people think when they start out drawing hair that you essentially end up with spaghetti hair for a reason, right? It's because you think you've got to draw every single little strand in there. But you realize later on that it's just, it's really about shape. A lot of this is about shape and capturing it in the right way. All right, let's take a look at what everyone's been working on, and we're going to wrap this up in like 8 minutes. 3 hours has just sped by today. It's been a lot of fun though.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Keith, great work on this one. You smashed it out today.
Yeah.
We did a little bit of rejigging on the eyes.
Needed a little
And-
bit of TLC on the eyes, and towards the end of the evening, I just did a quick pass at like what the color might look like. World's quickest coloring job you've ever seen, but just wanted to give it a little more life.
For sure. And hey, the proportions are looking pretty good.
Yeah,
So
I've been
that's a huge
practicing the
feat.
proportions a lot. Like I've been going back to a lot of the lessons about like, you know, doing the scale and the measurements of the mannequin model and trying to work with that. And I've been doing a lot of gesture drawing where I've been trying to make sure the proportions look right, even when I only have like 1 minute or 30 seconds to do it, trying to get very quick proportions done so that the goal being that my rough gestural ideas are going to be much easier to template out into a final piece because at least the proportions and brickwork will be correct. Or
Great.
closer to
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Yeah, she's looking beautiful. And please do keep us updated on how she's coming along. You know,
Oh, yeah.
as you go through the process of maybe refining her more if you need to do that, and the coloring pass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
awesome stuff. And for her clothes, get some references up too, because that's going to help you out in a big way. Have
I
you been
definitely
working with
need a lot of
reference?
those. I definitely need a lot of those.
Yeah, get some references up. That goes for everybody. You need to track down some references for your work. Okay? Make sure you find them. And, you know, if I'm drawing a jacket like this, you can bet that I'm definitely finding references because I don't know how to draw a jacket like that off the top of my head. Not accurately, anyway. It's about accuracy. And accuracy leads to believability. So that's just a little tidbit of advice for everybody. All right. And James, you did a whole other character in that amount of time. Like since I
Yeah.
last checked in on you.
Yeah, I kind of got bored with Wolverine.
With Wolverine?
It's like, let me just do a little practice. So I went back on Proco and just kind of worked on the figure drawing practice. So here's just the rough sketch that I got from one of the references. And I thought, okay, well, let me just look at some of the reference and work
Yeah, nice
with it.
one.
So, it's just a quick
Yeah.
sketch.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's, I would say, probably the biggest thing to keep in mind here is just the proportions. And oftentimes, especially when you're working from reference, the way to nail proportions is to compare, let's say, the length of the leg to another section of the body. So if you're looking at the reference, and let's say you observe the top of the leg and you compare it to the abdominal region of the body, or the size of the head, or the size of the arm. So you've got like another size reference to have a context of how big it is in comparison to the other elements within the body. That can help you to make sure that you're getting the length a little closer to what it should be when it comes to your proportions. So, yeah, like I said, it's really about looking at other parts of the body as well as the one that you're currently working on. And I can definitely say that I do that a lot with my work. Even when I don't have a reference there, I'm sort of looking at the rest of the body as I'm drawing out the new section, just to make sure that it's proportionally appropriate for the character overall that I'm working with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That probably sounded a little confusing, but let me show you. Let me show you here. So I'm going to jump online and just find a quick reference really, really fast. Photo reference. Wow, if you look up female figure drawing, one of my videos pops up on Google. That's cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, this is a good one. So we'll bring her down here. Okay, so if I'm drawing out her head, for example, one thing that I can do, look, let's just start with the head. We'll draw that down onto the page first. Because this head is going to establish the size of everything else, right? You can get the orientation of the head down roughly. And because it's just a figure drawing, we're not going to concern ourselves with the facial features or anything like that just yet. It's going to give us way too much on our plate to think about. Okay, so that's her head. And then we've got to draw out the body. Now, we could draw the body out like this big and get it in the right pose, right? But that would be inaccurate for the pose that we're looking for in terms of scale. So the first thing we need to establish is the neck and the placement of the shoulders and of course the size of the chest, right? So let's say that this is the size of the head, top to bottom, and then we're looking at the chest, and that's the size of the chest. All right. You can see there that the chest is only a little bit longer than the head. All right, so that already gives us like a size association there that we can take note of. And if we take a look at the shoulder width from one shoulder to the other, it almost creates a perfect box, like a perfect square there for the chest, right? So we can say that the width of this chest is about the same as its length. And the width of it is just a little bit more, as with the length, a little bit more than the height of the head. So with that said, we can also take a look at how long the neck is in comparison to the head from the bottom of the ear. Okay, and if we look at that, it's maybe 2/3 of the head, let's say, which actually stacks up proportionally. All right, so you can say, boom, that's going to be about the neck. It's coming down there. And then we're going to have the collarbone, so we'll get that drawn in. It's going to land about there. We look at the distance between the collarbone and the head and the shoulder. We'll say that that lands around about there. And now this is the important part. Okay, we could say that there's like an added third to the chest in comparison to the head height. So it's like, if we split this up into thirds, all right, we could say that the head is maybe 2/3, and then we get an added third there. That's what we're calculating it as anyway. It's close enough. And so all we need to do then is we need to capture about the same height of the head, but then add an additional third to it. Okay, so if that's the height of the head, then we're going to add one more third to the chest there. We want to get the orientation of the chest right too. And by that I just mean we want it facing in the direction that it needs to face in to be accurate. Okay, and then we have her shoulder over here that we're looking down on top of. Once again, you'll notice I've probably drawn her head a little too small. So I would have to resize that somewhat. Again, it's just a tendency of mine. I do it for some reason. And it's probably simply because I haven't drawn the chest narrow enough yet. So I'll bring that shoulder in. I could probably raise it. Like the shoulder, if we look at the reference, it is about chin height. So let's bring it in. And then, James, as we're working here, we can continue our way down. And especially if we've already got an idea of we don't have to stick with the head anymore. We can also use the chest as a measuring stick too. So we could say, all right, well, this is 2/3 of the chest. So is that what we're sort of looking at here for the midsection? Right? Are we looking at basically the same height that we've established for the chest in order to establish the height of the pelvis and up to the chest? It seems to be the case that is correct. So we're going to now go ahead and just try to get the angle right, but what we're looking for is about the same height down to the pelvis here. Now her upper body is going to go down and in like so. It's going to maybe drop down to about there. Now, you won't always have to do this, James. At a certain point, you'll have done it so many times that you can kind of eyeball it and it becomes a bit more automatic. But it's a great way to illustrate what you want your mind to be, how you want your mind to be analyzing these drawings.
Right. And is this something you're doing for the 5 minute?
Well, this is sort of its own exercise, I would say.
Yeah.
It's something that you can, of course, practice, and it would definitely be something that fits in with the 5 minute exercise. It might even be something that you want to spend 15 minutes on.
Yeah.
It's definitely specifically for proportions because it gets you thinking about measurement. And you might be like, well, Clayton, you're sitting here and you're measuring out a figure that you're referencing, and that's all good and well, but what about when I want to draw this stuff on my own? Well, when you want to draw this stuff on your own, you're going to be way more conscious of how large your character's head is. And especially if you've been practicing the proportions of these references, you're going to go, well, I know that if the head's this big, then the chest is probably going to be around about the same height, but with an added third to it, right? And then I know that from this point down to the pelvis, now I know the reference is foreshortened, but you could say that it's going to be about the same height, right? And so now all of a sudden you're just a little bit more familiar with how these different parts of the body relate to each other in terms of size and positioning. And I think that in your particular case, James, it's really about getting you conscious of these different considerations as you're drawing, right? Because I think that you're certainly going through the process of getting these figures down onto the page, and you're monitoring certain aspects of it, but it's about widening your awareness so that you can take in more of that information, such as what I'm talking about here, where you're actually counting, like you're breaking different parts of the body up and using those as measuring points and relative size comparisons in order to make sure that the body is proportionally accurate. So now hopefully that makes better sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
than the
But that's
mouthful I gave you before.
that you're right. That in and of itself is is its own exercise, right? That's something you would need to set some time aside to do that. And
Yeah.
I'll start working on it. It's cool.
Yeah, man, try it out, and I think it'll definitely be a good addition to what you're practicing right now.
Right.
Okay, with a lot of this stuff, it's one thing to say practice your proportions, but here's the thing. There's so many different ways to practice proportions, right? In a nutshell, it's just making sure that everything is measured up proportionally in comparison to everything else, but actually seeing how it can be broken down and the different ways it can be broken down is definitely something that's overlooked sometimes, right? So hopefully this is added to what you've been thinking about in regards to figure drawing already, right? Think of it just like I'm just adding another ingredient to the recipe.
Yeah.
All right, just to give it a little bit more flavor, a little added salt or something like that.
Yeah. No,
You
thanks
ever
for
thought about-
doing that. Thanks for showing that. I appreciate it.
No, that's all good.
It's good.
Go ahead, Will.
You ever thought about drawing a janky pentagon and trying to like put a person in it? You know what I mean?
No.
Like just as an experiment. Because if you look at her, okay, draw a line from her toes to her hands to the top of her head, right? And you got kind of a janky pentagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
So draw a random pentagon and then draw a person, you know, inside of it. You know? I don't know. It's a weird exercise.
You get an interesting
yeah.
pose that way. Yeah.
That's kind of...
You're gonna have to demonstrate it to us, I think, Will.
I could do that right now if you want.
We'll do it. We'll do it. All right. So let me get rid of that one. But awesome work, James. You are just absolutely smashing it with your figure drawings, and you're making progress, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, no, I'll keep chipping away at it. So.
Keep at it. All right, let's take a look at what Will's talking about here. And beautiful illustration, Will, obviously.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That's what I've been working on. I went ahead and drew another veto.
Lovely.
Wearing a bluey shirt.
Yeah, I always have him wearing bluey shirts in all my pictures of
Thanks,
Vito.
Raph. Good to
Mhm.
see you too.
And it's actually, I always draw Bluey's mom, you know,
Right.
if it's doing anything inappropriate, like showing his butthole, like right now. That way it's an adult dog. Everyone knows it's a grown-up.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho. Just my random, just because I was looking at that figure, you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
if I just drew any, like, pentagon, right?
That's what a pentagon looks like.
Or, is it not?
No, yeah.
I mean,
Sorry.
it is.
I'm
Actually.
like getting confused between
So,
pentagrams
would
and
kinda
pentagons.
like- I don't know, put yourself in a cage a little bit, like, and it kind of bends the figure. So, what would this person be doing? I don't know, creeping around. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you end up coming up with a weird posture just
Mhm.
based on whatever the pentagon is. I don't know. Just a weird
Yeah.
idea I had.
Yeah. Have you did you invent this idea, or have you heard of it before in a book?
It's kind of because the way I practiced, and this was just before because I never went to school for this or anything like that.
Yeah.
So by the time I had shown up here at the academy, I was doing stuff like,
Mhm.
okay, let's draw some eyes, right? And I'll draw
Yeah.
like a figure 8.
Yeah.
And then I'll
Cool.
go in and say, okay, so these eyes kind of look like
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? And that honestly,
Totally.
like just doing that, if you think about it, there's that
It sorta
whole rule of
works.
3s, you know, where you
Yeah.
have an eye length between the eyes. And if you just do the figure 8 like that, but you know, if you do it more
That's
like
amazing.
this, you know what I mean? And then you kind of get a sense of where the eyes are supposed to go. You know?
That's pretty cool. I never thought of it that way. That's awesome.
Or
You got a few
you know,
tricks up your sleeve there, Will.
Yeah. I've just been drawing alone in my basement for like 10
Yeah.
years trying to make a comic book. You know, thank God last year I decided I would get a little advice about my work
Yeah.
and start actually trying to produce a thing. So
Yeah, man. You've come a long way. You have, I think. I mean, you were always very good at your art. Obviously the detail was what stood out to me the most. It was really, just the shots and making them even more dynamic than they already were, and giving them, like, accentuating the impact of your drawings. And so, yeah, man, it's obvious the amount of years you've had in your basement drawing away, figuring this stuff out, and now you're polishing it up, as far as your execution is concerned. But yeah, there you go.
It's cool.
So that's another technique you can mess around with, James.
find fun
you want to.
shapes in
Yeah.
anatomy and then correlations and stuff.
It's a good idea starter, right? Because if you're gonna just sit there and like, okay, I'm gonna draw a pose, maybe work with the shape. And I've done that too. Just maybe doing like lines of movement, like maybe just do a curve, and then what's going into that curve, you know?
Yeah.
Just to give some like motion. So.
Absolutely. Welcome, Colcore Artist. It's great to have you here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not, but nonetheless, thanks for being here and tuning in.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Now you're just showing off with your gesture and your energy and movement and whatnot. But no, good stuff, Will. You're crushing it, man. And I love the work that you've done on your comic as well. I hadn't seen that cover yet, I don't think. So
yeah, I don't think because you've been out for a while, and then it's tough to line everything up as far as my work schedule and your streaming schedule.
Look, man, you are actually, when we do these studio sessions, you seem to make it to almost every one. So yeah, we'll have them more. I'm sort of back in action now, so we'll have more of these studio sessions again soon. Oh, my mic's running low. All right, let's move on here to Matt. All right, how you doing? Wow, you've basically finished this drawing.
Almost.
You fully inked it. You're ready to color it, Matt.
Almost.
Nice. How you feeling about it? I noticed you've changed up the size of her head. Very nice.
A little bit. I think the proportions are working a little bit more.
Definitely.
I think I'll come back to it tomorrow with some fresh eyes. Maybe take another look.
That's always the way, for sure. And then see how you feel about it.
Yep.
I would say just small adjustments you could make to this if you wanted to really polish it up. And that'd be a matter of, with her forearm, the one that she's holding up especially.
Is that too long?
It's a little too long. It's a great looking hand as well. And I think all you really need to do is just shrink it down a bit.
I keep thinking that.
Yeah. And then that's it. And then so it's definitely not the case that you have to redo it or anything. It already looks amazing. It's just a matter of shrinking it down. And I bet that'll make all the difference. Yeah, keep going to about there, yeah. That's working pretty good.
I think so. I'll have to make some tweaks.
It's definitely better.
Yeah. Something about that was bugging me. That.
For sure. All right, awesome, man. Yeah. And have you added the rendering yet, or are you still working on that?
I'm just touching on it. I really wanted to focus on the line weights at first.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't help myself.
No, I get that. I always have to go back with the
I'm not
eraser.
loving the rendering in the the inside of the cape because it's sort of
Okay.
blending with the arm. So I might
Yeah, it
change
is a
that
little bit.
somehow. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'll figure that out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Let's see
question.
if I take that off.
Yeah. One thing that you might be able to do is sort of just lay in a larger shadow behind
Right.
like within the cape. If you think about it, even though she's obviously wearing a white outfit, there's still cast shadows.
Yep.
You can still cast a shadow on a white wall, and it will look pretty dark. So you can certainly do the same thing here. Yeah.
See what this looks like.
And don't be afraid to make it a decently sized thick shadow, because
That's what happens. Is I hold off on the shadows too much.
yeah, and you can see already it's like adding so much contrast there.
Yeah. I'm digging this much better.
Yeah,
Even
dial
though-
it back and forth for sure, and just test it out. I can see you doing it on your new layer there. So
Oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it's a smart way to work.
It's already looking better.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll go the whole thing dark. Probably not all black. But
yeah,
It's yeah.
awesome. Yeah, like you can even go back in there with the eraser and take some of it out if you want.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool stuff, man.
All right. Yeah.
Great to see you drawing again. And
Definitely.
yeah, post it up in the community when you finished it, okay?
I will.
Alrighty. By the way, Core Artist says, just want to thank How to Draw Comics. Your Facebook group has helped me a lot in the past 6 years, and don't worry about pronouncing my name, it's all good. No worries. Thank you for letting me off the hook, and I appreciate the kind words. I'm glad that it's been helping you out. All right. Rex, how did you go? Whoa. Oh man, you're going to make me look bad.
Yeah, she's not
This
bad.
is looking great. Yeah, I love the contrast, those added shadows you've put in there.
Well, you just mentioned the clothing needs to,
Yeah.
like, good idea to make it darker. So I was like, I'll try that out. Although it's lost
Yep.
the look of the tits, the things on them.
It doesn't matter too much. I mean, with the areas of skin that you can see there, I just leave that pure white, even if it would be in shadow.
I was going to ask, like, would you be able to do? I remembered what I was going to ask. You don't need to do it now, I think. Like shading over different color, like, because colors of fabric aren't. The one thing I'm getting trouble with is like the type of the fabric and the color of the fabric. So if something is white, which the skulls obviously are, they're not going to be as dark as what everything else is, or maybe they are. I don't know. I would like a class on that, please.
Yeah, we need to dedicate a whole class to that. But what I'll say right now is just that think of it as if you think of your colored image and you're envisioning it, right? Like she's wearing a red shirt and like baby blue pants or something like that, and you hit the grayscale button and you convert it to black and white. What you're really considering is the values of those colors. And so red, for example, is quite a dark color, whereas baby blue is very light in comparison. Okay.
Will, what you eating, Will?
Oh, sorry, I got chicken wings.
Yeah, yum.
I was just like, damn, I'm jealous.
Totally jealous, making everybody hungry. So yeah, that'd be how I'd suggest thinking about it until we get to that lesson. But you know what? Let's make
I'll
that the
do
next
that.
lesson.
I'll check out I'll do that. I'll grayscale some stuff and see what happens.
I'll write that down too. So we'll make that the next lesson, I think. Rendering color in black and white.
Yeah. And it, like, would it contain materials as well, or just color?
Oh yeah.
We should do a material one.
We
If
probably
it's
need.
too, if too much.
It'd probably be better to separate them into different lessons.
You don't need to do too much on the fabric, though. It's essentially just cotton, plastic, and metal, I would have thought.
Cotton with material. Well, there's lots. Cotton, plastic, and what?
I know I understand that in reality. I just mean for, like, sketching, it would only really need to boil down to metal, cotton, and plastic. Clayton's gone. Clayton, your mic died. At least we can tell you now.
Whoops.
It's not coming back. It's just gone.
Nope. Is he still talking?
He's trying to. He'll make it back.
He's
He
doing
just
something.
left. He left us. Titties.
Well, what kind of bra is she wearing?
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Bikini. Bikini's the ones that have the.
I'm just saying because the strap coming over her shoulder is pointed towards the center on one and then towards the outside on the other. So I would say, okay, the straps need to be pointed to at least the same spot on each breast. You know what I'm saying?
Am I
know
back?
what
Can you
you're
hear me?
saying,
We can hear you. Yeah.
It's probably really loud by the look of it.
No, you're all good.
And anyway, it's a good thing I've got like a bazillion microphones, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, what we're going to do, Rex, I was just going to say we got silk too, metal and silk. And
Yes. And sheer. You've got sheer as well.
chromium, lots. So we'll actually do we'll do a rendering color lesson, and we'll do a rendering materials lesson because they're both worth focusing on.
Yeah, and they're the ones that I'm really struggling with because they keep talking about like your line work needs to be different so that it looks like different material, and I'm like, great, how do you do that? Doesn't make any sense to me. But I can't stand leather jackets. I think I was looking at David Finch, one of his live ones, and I was like, well, fuck you, and turned him off.
Yeah. How many? Who's telling you that you have to change up your stuff?
Ages and ages ago when my Draw Blood, I think I showed you his stuff on Insta. But he specifically said the stuff that you're sketching looks the same as, like, the skin is looking the same as the fabric. It's not supposed to look like that. And I'm like, great.
Yes.
What do I do about that? So yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I mean, metal.
Right.
They've got plenty of things on metal. They just don't have it on fabric.
Sure. That's all right. We'll definitely go over that. That'll be like the next 2 lessons because I was looking for ideas anyway on lessons.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Sweet. Okay. Let's jump over. By the way, beautiful work. Totally making me look bad there, Rex.
Unlikely.
All right. Well, we already went. Yeah. Hopefully, you enjoyed the process of that. Corey's always got complaints about my drawings, but
just for side-by-side comparison, that's how big they are, that's how small yours are.
I know. What's going on?
You gotta work on it. I gotta work on making mine look bigger.
We'll get some upgrades
Together too. And because he has kind of the uniboob going on because they're pushed together like that, pressed up against the body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, no,
I'm just not an outrageous artist. I guess I've got to step up my game. I'll get there. Don't worry.
Your brother.
I mean, I think Will's beating us both. Honestly.
Oh yeah. Look at those voluptuous.
I
Yeah.
respect it.
Lovely. Yeah, this is obviously really cool.
Are his tits that big that there's just no nipples? That they just got folded under?
Cool.
I was
Something
thinking
happened.
about like giving like a nipple here or there, but didn't I don't know, make them bigger, sloppier.
Oh man,
Wow.
nasty. All right.
Oh,
Cool
is he
stuff.
a pedo as well?
He jokes very seriously about it to the point where I think he
no.
is. And
Oh,
Dude.
I just read the cap and I was like, no!
that's part of the Bluey shirt, is that he was wearing a Bluey shirt. The one time somebody showed up to his house to mess with him, and he walks outside, he's like, you shouldn't be here, but he was wearing a Bluey shirt. I'm like, what are you doing with a Bluey shirt, buddy?
Yeah,
Very
that's weird.
strange.
That's very weird.
Very weird indeed. My goodness, I'll have to put a parental guidance warning at the beginning of these streams from now on. I
Oh
think.
yeah.
My goodness.
I'll
All
try
right.
to keep him clean from now on for you.
Sure. No
Back
worries.
Revenant Steel.
I've been warned on other people's streams.
You can
too. I'm
try.
like, oh, shoot, I gotta watch myself a little bit.
It's all right. My reputation is probably halfway down the drain anyway. It doesn't really matter. No, not really. All right. It's been absolutely awesome hanging out with everybody here. Really great to see you all again after a little bit of a break. But hopefully that didn't slow you down with your drawing. It doesn't look like it has. It's pretty fun to actually do one of these studio sessions on the YouTube channel across social media. It's nice to have other people chiming in as well. So yeah, let us know, everyone, if you want to do more. Academy members, let me know. And those of you on the socials, did you enjoy this? The idea is that it feels a little bit like working in an actual studio. Obviously, it's not just a formal drawing tutorial here. We're sort of putting pencil to paper, gasbagging about all sorts of things. My goodness. But it's sort of like what you would expect if you're working with a cool bunch of people just having a fun time. Okay. Most importantly, the idea is that you actually have something to show by the end of it. And I think that's safe to say for all of us tonight. So well done, everyone. All right, until next time, keep on drawing, keep on creating, and we'll see you again real soon. If you want to check out the How to Draw Comics Academy for yourself, we've got a link in the description there. Bye-bye for now.